Out in Bermuda.
Oh. How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome back and welcome in. I am Sir Pfeffers. And today in the long shot community, we have a very strange one shot. I'm stepping out of I'm going to say it one last time, guys. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit on this one. This one's going to be a bit weird, but nevertheless, I am very excited. Yeah, a couple of things to get out of the way right out the gate. We have a YouTube if you want to get caught up on the usual campaigns for the long shot community. That's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You can get caught up over on the Jake and Pfeffers YouTube channel, and join our community Discord. We're a bunch of absolute goblins, if I'm being honest, but we are as wholesome as we are chaotic. What else? Yes, we're here. We're doing the things. I will be introducing everybody in a second, but first, I'm gonna do some reading to you guys and cover a few small things. Getting that out of the way right out the gate. Welcome to the Rat King's Keep. After 100 years of war between the alliance of Prelinor and the vile Rat King, an accord has been struck. A new era of peace under the accords of a ceasefire. Lands have been swapped, prisoners released, and trade rekindled. The final step in assuring the Rat King's cooperation is to be, and I quote, 100 platinum for each year of the war. And the single finest piece of cheese your miserable excuse of a kingdom can conjure. Desperate for an end to the hostilities, the Alliance has entrusted these brave souls before you with the task of delivering the 10,000 platinum and the cheese. The party set out across the war-torn lands after many harrowing adventures involving plague, occult, and monsters. Potential one-shots for later. The party and the retinue of soldiers that came to ensure their safety have finally arrived at the Keep Charlador, a fortification that was swept up as the rats crawled across the no man's land. It has been raining for days, and the party has slept poorly. They all have 1 point of exhaustion. We're gonna go to the intros now. Let's start with the usual. Good grief, George.
No, this is too chaotic. I refuse.
You need to go outside your comfort zone.
Outside your comfort zone today.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys know this, but today Jeff is going
Taylor
outside his
and
comfort
Tracy,
zone.
hit me with it.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. Today I'm playing the character Shut Up, a Kenku sorcerer who was just a parrot that one day wandered into a wizard's study and crawled into a cloak of displacement, so I'm always about 6 inches off from where my parrot normally is. The wizard could not get rid of me. I started learning multiple spells until one day I wandered into some magical circle and got imbued with wild magic sorcery. And now I'm just a parrot causing mayhem. And that's about it for me. Let's go with Fish.
Hello, I'm Artsy Fish. You can find me everywhere on the webs. I'm playing Dr. Eb Fisher. She is a professor of infectious disease. Just a little fish lady trying to just learn as much as she can about land life because it's wonk. And she's found herself on this adventure, which is, great because she doesn't like fighting. But also the land world is wonk, so that's what she's doing here. On to Mike.
I am Metro Mike, and I'm Puff. I'm Puff. I am a fighter bunny, Harengon, beholder of bread and all things carb. And on to Lex.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You find me on Smallbird Lex on all my accounts. I am Lord Chamberlain Rockcaster III. You may call him Rock. He's a bearded dragonborn paladin, warlock, and also known as the one whose blade drags. And that's all we're getting with that one. Passing it over to George.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 would ride in a battle. Yes, hello, I'm Good Grief George. You can follow me on all the things. I'm usually here, but I'm also an offline GM for Avatar Legends and Root and all those other fun dice rolling games. So if you guys see me in your area, please let me know. So today I'll be playing something. What am I playing? I'm playing a Lapdog Warlock. Is what I'll be playing today. Wizard had a Corgi as a familiar. He wasn't a good wizard, but the Corgi was indeed a good boy. He spoke with the Corgi often, and he trained it to do many incredible things a normal Corgi or even a familiar could do, until the wizard accidentally opened a portal and was swallowed by the Elder One. Corgi fought valiantly, fought to save his master, and even bit the tentacled demon, and it impressed the demon, and so it created a pact with said Corgi, granted it even more sentience and powers in order to become the goodest boy.
Excellent. And goddamn, guys, level 4 hype train. Y'all need to chill. Thank you so much. It is super appreciated. You're putting gas in my tank and food in my belly. Nevertheless, let us begin. You're on a small hill overlooking the small town of Charlador. It's currently pouring buckets. You're cold, wet. Puff especially, all of his fur is matted across the floor. Thank you for prestidigitation. It may have been used for many days in a row by now. With you is Jeeves. He is this noble level 3 fighter, and he is very much in charge. A little clueless, but he's meant well. The actual officer who was in charge of this retinue of soldiers ensuring your safety died to plague, and he has stepped up to the challenge, and he's doing his best. He's got a hollow, rattly cough as he looks over the horizon and goes, "From what I understand, this was a ruin that the Rat King took. I don't know much about it, but it seems they've made quick work in making their infestation known." And indeed, you can see a small village has kind of popped up, mostly tents, but a couple of buildings and a narrow road going along through the town up to the hill where this keep, I wouldn't call it a castle per se, but substantial sized keep, stands with relative reconstruction having gone underway. What's everyone up to in this moment?
I would like to be on the shoulder of the guy that's leading the way, but it looks like I'm on the other shoulder.
Okay, yeah. He keeps like talking to this side. He still hasn't caught on that you're over here.
I'm just looking around.
Okay.
And what is he again?
You guys are on a hill. You've got maybe 19 soldiers with you. They're all worn and dragging their heels. You guys do have horses, and a couple of horses without any people riding them. You've suffered severe losses. Morale's pretty human, well. Though. He is a... I forgot to figure that one out. Yes, he is a human.
Okay.
This is a human.
The only human in the land.
Pretty much. Everyone decided they wanted to play animals, and I was like, bet.
Yay, trendsetter.
Yeah, Puff's gonna be probably at the very back of the pack, just out of breath.
Any bread you have with you? Go ahead. What? Sorry.
I don't know, just saying he's prestidigitating the water to be warm so he doesn't fucking die. Nice. He's just taking a hot bath.
Yes, steam kind of roiling off of him. Any bread you've had, Puff, has long since turned into a sad excuse for a sponge.
Soup.
Joke's on
bread
you.
Soup.
He's just cheeking it. He cheeked it before we left.
Oh.
Just.
What about
your
you,
mouth
Doctor?
dry.
What are you up to, Dr. Ebb Fisher?
I just taking as much in, observing as much as she can about what's happening around her. She doesn't really know what to do with the situation because she's just kind of there.
who would like to be the one with the bag of holding with 10,000 platinum in it?
Who's got the highest AC?
That's
Doctor.
it'll probably be me as the
The
dog
biggest one.
Fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That
Who
makes
can run the
sense.
fastest?
That's true.
Okay. Dr. Ebb Fisher, could you roll a history check for me?
Yes.
As you observe this ruin turned
Oh no.
efficient military keep in.
Start strong with the 9.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. You have heard of it before, but you know with a 9, it actually wasn't a keep back in the day when it was first constructed, but that's all you remember. Everyone needs a dexterity saving throw as
Oh,
an
boy.
earthquake shakes the land. This has been occurring more and more the farther you go into these deadlands. I'm gonna roll for Jeeves.
Puff's just gonna keep trying to climb on top of
Jeeves
it.
is okay. And
My
I will say
valiant
because of that,
steed.
shut up. You get advantage because Jeeves, the person you're perched on, saved his roll.
Oh, I got a 22. So
I got 18.
18.
I dug my talons into a side and just
Good heavens!
went out.
Well, I started strong with a nat 1.
Oh, no. Fetch falls from his
Clumsiest
horse.
boy.
Fetch is like, ah yes, dirt, mud.
I didn't realize Fetch was on a horse. I
Fetch
just
is
said
not
I
on a
was
horse.
trying to ride
Okay,
him.
okay. Oh, okay.
I had
okay.
14.
14, okay.
I got 12 on the die plus 7, 19.
19, okay, very good. Fetch has gone for a bit of a tumble, and Jeeves braces himself and goes, "These damned rats, burrowing, ever burrowing, causing all sorts of problems."
All sorts of problems.
Yes. You're over here.
I peck him on the other side.
Draws his sword, puts it away.
With the sword down.
Do we see any of these rats in the midst of us
You can.
stumbling?
You see many people within the village. Off in the distance, you can see a small army of tents and camp smoke, and maybe 6,000 armed rats, 6,000 strong armed forces of rats, mostly rats. They've been known to take on other people as well. You have the pouch. You have your goal. As far as you know, the cheese is intact.
Is it also in the bag of holding?
Yes, wrapped away in leathers and very much in warding leathers to keep it fresh and preserved.
Okay.
Actually, note taker, Dr. Ed Fisher, you can
Yes.
actually write that down, that you do have a container that can keep things fresh, and it's just a wrap of leathers with runes kind of stitched into it.
Yeah, Fetch kind of like rolls on the ground a little bit and then just gets up and shakes his head violently and then quickly just kind of nudges open the sack to kind of pull out this this leather-bound cheese to kind of check it and just kind of pokes at it.
Okay, so this is Pule. The world's rarest and most expensive cheese, known as Pule, is made out of the milk of Balkan donkeys. It is only produced at the, forgive me here, Zasavica Special Nature Reserve in Serbia. These donkeys are endangered and under special protection. The process of milking takes 3 months.
Put
So it
back in
smells
the
divine.
bag. No, it smells awful.
And with
Doesn't
my
smell like
sense of smell, I get an advantage on perception checks with smell, and it's
Fix your nose, Fesh.
My nose stopped working during the war.
but it's still solid.
What happened?
I
Did
don't
you
have
rock?
a nose.
Just licks his eye.
Ah! Puff tries to lick his eye. Can't.
Okay.
Gonna paw it back into the bag of holding.
I'm gonna hop down. Every time the bag of holding is opened, Shut Up just goes over to it and does like the parakeet, like just screams into it.
Bite at you.
Where are we going?
Weird up here.
You are heading to the Keep of Charlador.
Is that in front of us? I got a little wisdom to laugh at me.
I'm just mildly freaking out at all times, so I have a high wisdom, but it's just impeded by my the land is weird.
All right, let's go talk to rats, I guess.
All right. The party slowly makes their way down this hill and into the town. The people don't seem like they're faring well. For the most part, it's actually humans. From what you've gathered, the Rat King sees humans and other elves and dwarves of the mundane sense, sees them as second-class people. So you see a lot of servants and a lot of farmers and the like. Those are jobs for humans. And you kind of move throughout the town. This is not the case back in heckin' Prelanor. I know my kingdoms. And and you look about and they all seem very downtrodden and trying to get out of the rain, and you see a wagon kind of stuck in the mud and some people are pushing it along and not being very successful. So you continue on towards back up the hill towards the keep, and you actually get to the front of it. At the gatehouse, the drawbridge is up and the gate is closed, and you watch this plated rats, very, very tall and imposing, stand next to the flag of the Rat King and lean out. Who goes there?
All sorts of problems.
Hi. We're supposed to be here. I think. Did they tell him we were coming, or are we supposed to tell him that we're coming? Or
Do you have any rats?
how do you lands communicate?
Go talk to rats, I guess.
I'm Puff.
We are sent with the final piece of the accords.
Cards.
Yes. Well, come on in.
Rock just starts screeching in deep speech.
Puff's just fucking terrified.
Best joins you.
Weeks of
Shut
travel,
Up
no one's
mimics
used to
it,
it.
having no idea what she's saying.
I don't know this language.
Everything is so loud. Puff's just covering holding his ears.
The drawbridge comes down, lightning crashes across the broken and gray skyline as it gets the last 10 feet, slams down, and the gate slowly rises up, and you walk into the gatehouse. The retinue of soldiers are detained, and Jeeves is the only one allowed to accompany the lot of you into the keep proper. Perception checks all as you pass through the death trap that is this gatehouse. Let me get perception checks.
30?
14.
God.
Fish has all-seeing eyes.
7.
7. Okay.
Does this have
I rolled
anything to do
a
with
2.
scent?
Sure.
These are checks, not saving throws, right?
Yes, these are checks.
Okay. So just in case I forget to tell y'all, I have Aura of Protection, so everybody gets a +5 to saving throws while I'm conscious. So just make sure you guys
Nice.
remember that if I forget it.
What's
Like
the
is
radius
it a
on that?
30-foot radius?
It's 10 feet, so as long as we're
Okay.
all like close together.
What did you say?
You
If
get a
you're
+5 to saving throws as long
Okay.
as you're next to me.
Nice.
Okay.
2 individuals stand out to you. One is the king, is General Kasi, a female rat. she is a bit famous for being absolutely brutal. And she looks imposingly at the party and kind of stands down a little bit as the retinue of soldiers kind of is kept outside. Along beside her is the King's Guard, captain of the King's Guard, a Doberman named Alec.
Is that your brother, Fetch?
Racially motivated.
I don't know any better. How many dogs do you know? Aren't all dogs related?
Oh no.
Which gives you like, yeah, just real shady eyes as he calmly walks over to the Doberman to go sniff behind him.
Have you ever sniffed that butt before, Jeff?
All right. He bears it. As you walk away, he kind of sniffs you back a little. Shakes all the water off of his fur. You step into the keep proper. Keep Charlador. The refurbished ruin. I didn't know this was gonna happen, Yame. I should have assumed. I should have thought it through. Dog doing dog things.
Oh no!
How did
I didn't
Kaga get
expect
initiated?
everyone else to be
Well.
creatures. But okay.
I'm licking my own eyes.
All right, you are in the Great Hall, a massive feast, a massive feasting room. You see the long table, and of which you can see some humans running around, attending to people's needs, and a couple of other openings into this room. You step in, you're finally dry. The two massive doors close in behind you. And you're kind of wiping the rain from your eyes for the first time in days, feels like. And
Prestidigitation.
yes, nice. You are immediately dry.
It's really convenient that it was raining the whole time.
Rock, can you do that to me? Can you do that to me so I can... My fur's awful.
Prestidigitation.
It just pops just like... just pure white fluff. Now
Gives
I
another
must-
prestidigitation of just like hot air so that the fur gets all extra fluffed out and like
His
quaffed.
cheeks are like... He's like, this is good.
Fetch just goes, "Arf!" and a small bonfire just pops up right in front of him. Just plops down.
I was gonna like take a step back from all the heat, just be like, nah, I'm good. And just you hear like the squelching of her feet as she's like stepping.
Weird noises.
Nice.
As you pop out the bonfire, you hear the clink of armor, and about 20 or so rat guards like all put their attention on you, and you see these long these long glaives come down, and then they see that there's nothing too worrisome going on, but you've definitely kept
He likes it when you rub his belly.
but you've definitely drawn their attention.
Good.
It was raining the whole time.
You see a hallway to your right. You see the kitchens leading into other rooms on your left. And on the far side of this great hall, you see another set of double doors currently open into a throne room of a kind. It looks like these doors are able to be heavily fortified.
We should probably do the thing we came here for.
Puff's walking to the kitchen.
Probably.
I'm getting a little nervous being here. 'Cause
Can we eat the
everyone's so
rats?
on edge. I mean, I'm also on edge, but I'm always on edge.
Everyone's matching my energy, and I don't like it.
Puff's just like staring at the kitchen. I know there's bread in there. I know it.
You do see some.
Rock staring at the rats, just like
You do that, and one of the rats goes, "Holy fuck!"
just licks his own eye again.
Puff, you look longingly to the kitchen, and then Your eyes are drawn to the table where a human has just put out this big loaf of rye bread in this massive dollop placed on top of like some kind of butter, like a salted butter of a kind.
You're ruining it.
Immediately, a rotund beaver sits forward and rips off a chunk and just starts going to town on this bread and double dipping on the butter on top of the chunk he's torn off and eating it. Let's see. Checking my notes. All right. The only other individual of note in here is this slow-moving sloth. Just kind of going along. He seems to have a scroll in one hand, and he's making his way out of the hallway, and he kind of looks at you guys and slowly makes his way to the feast table and stands behind the beaver as you guys are walking towards the throne room, and it looks like he's eventually gonna lean down and whisper something to the beaver, who is completely ignoring him, is just and grabs a turkey leg, which brings up a whole new set of questions and starts dogging it. Is any Puff, are you still heading to the kitchens?
I'm gonna head to the kitchen.
All right, you step towards the kitchens. We'll get to you in a second. The rest
Should
of the
we
party.
let him go? Is that a good idea?
I'll be back. I have priorities.
He's doubled in size. We can't lose him.
You make a valid point.
I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna like go under the table where like the sloth and the beaver are. I'm gonna see if I can like jump up and just grab the scroll out of his hand with my beak.
Roll stealth as you.
I thought you were
hop
trying to
down
grab something else, and I was so confused.
and scoot under the table.
16.
16, okay. And the sloth is currently still in the process of bending down to whisper something to the oblivious beaver. Go ahead and roll sleight of hand to snatch the scroll.
Side of beak.
Shut up, you got this. Get the bread. Get the bread.
15.
Can
15.
I okay, I was gonna say if
Can I
can
cast
help with that
guidance?
Too late.
I don't think you're near me either.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Priorities: find and eat bread. So you snatch the scroll and you have it, and in the next year this sloth will figure out that he doesn't have it anymore.
I'm gonna just be under the table. I'm gonna take like 2 of my talons and I'm just gonna like unroll it and see what it says.
Come in.
I was like, that's a weird thing for it to say.
Sorry.
You just
Jake
teleport
needs
to
to
another
borrow the
dimension.
PHP. Understandable. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. You undo the scroll. In a beautiful scrawling hand, we are not able to discern the true reason to these earthquakes, unfortunately. We have sent excavators down into the earth to gain what information we can. We have communed with the local druids. At first, they were not willing to cooperate, but once we seized the nearby cleric, Newmark, they became much more attentive to our needs. Signed, Arcanist and Court Mage, Ela.
Must have taken that sloth 10 years to write that.
This
I'm
life's
gonna-
work, actually.
I'm gonna
The
roll it up.
penmanship.
I'm gonna roll it up, and I'm gonna hop it over to Dr. Eb Fisher, and I'm just gonna like put it into her pocket, and I hop up onto her shoulder, and I just go all sorts of problems.
Okay. And Eb's gonna like open it and read it, and then just kind of, okay. Well, future problems. put the scroll back in her pocket. We should the throne room first. Let's go do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The party steps into the throne room. A large open hall. Kind of messy. You can see trash and refuse in kind of the corners of the room, darkly lit, high rafters. Eb, with a passive perception of 22,
Yep.
is able to discern that there are maybe 30 or so giant bats in the rafters, looking down, whispering to each other, passing scrolls, shitting on the floor, bat stuff.
How are they shitting on the floor if they're hanging upside down? Wouldn't they be shitting on themselves?
I actually forgot they were upside down, but hey, this place is gross. These are the bad guys.
Just shitting all over their face.
Yeah.
as soon as they walk into this room and Eb notices this, she freezes in her spot and just is like,
One bat like turns and looks at you guys before a hand confidently claps you on the shoulder. Dr. Eb and Jeeves steps forward and goes, announcing, shut up, and they all go, fetch.
Fetch!
Looks around for Puff. Dr. Eb Fisher
Dr. Eb Fisher!
and Lord Chamberlain Rochester III.
Yep!
Hi. Hello. We were supposed to bring stuff, I think, is what we were here for.
Before you.
Right?
The Accords! The Accords!
The Rat King Luthador sits on his throne. Very gaunt and narrow, his crown kind of tilted, his clothes too big on him, and he sits there and he's picking at his teeth with a bone and he's looking around and he's just kind of jittery, he's got that kind of weird sense about him that you never know exactly what his next move is going to be. Whispering into his ear is an owl. The owl gestures for the party to come forward. You can see a few of the quote unquote King's Guard, better dressed rat guards with plate armor, and you can see one or two magic items lying around. One or two magic items on their person. A tower shield of some renown that shimmers as the light strikes it against all the torchlight, and slowly the party moves forward. Jeeves stays by the door, and at this point he does a double take and looks up and sees all the bats and goes,
Why do you think I was freaking out?
Always on edge.
Prior to entering the throne room, I wanted to, at the campfire, I wanted to cast a spell.
okay.
Doesn't take much to prepare, but he knows that what he's getting into is going to be a potentially a thing. So he prepares freedom of movement, cast it on himself.
Nice. Excellent. Okay.
What does that do?
Unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed or cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled, and being underwater imposes no penalties on the movement or attacks.
That is fucking insane.
It's glorious.
That's the
You
keeper of the
slippery boy.
money.
Slippery boy.
Fetch wants to make sure he can get out of that scenario, just in case, because he understands people might want him right now.
That's smart. One thing I forgot to mention to the party: if you are able to, within Zoom, you are able to grayscale yourself, which means, you know, turn it black and white. If you are not currently in the moment, such as Puff is not, if you could, or if you are dead, go ahead and grayscale yourself. Thank you kindly. Okay. Slowly, the party approaches. One or two corpses are about. One of them is up in a iron gibbet, having deceased slowly and painfully. The other one looks like he was slain in a fit of anger by the Rat King. You can see small claw marks and teeth marks and a couple of sword impalements. And a massive set of stairs behind the throne. You approach the throne, and the Rat King kind of looks forward and goes, good, welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
It's the name. Hi.
Do like a bird dance.
Sorry.
Rock's beard goes black.
Ooh.
If you guys know bearded dragons, their beards go black when they want to fight.
Nice. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's wild. Look it up. It's cool. So just
I'm just like increasingly like on edge. Just more and
Sure.
more like, this is weird. Why are we here?
It's
I
a
don't wanna do
it's a
this.
dark situation. Dimly lit room.
The Accords.
Yes, the Accords. The final step to this new era of peace.
Probably.
Well, the owl has been quiet the entire time and just watching.
And immediately look towards Fetch.
Rock's gonna look at the owl confused as a fellow predator.
Sure. Make an insight check.
Ooh, plus. Oh, +1. So dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
He seems calm, but underlying the calmness, there's a stress. There's a calculating look as he is appraising. You note that he notes what magic items you have, the type of cloth that you wear, if at all. Basically, he seems to be putting your worth in gold. And he is very much appraising every object on your body and putting the value of each item on your person and locking that information away. That leads you to believe that this is
The treasurer.
the treasurer, the keeper of coin, Boyle.
I'm gonna telepathically tell that to my friends because I can do that.
Damn.
Hey.
Does Puff know that?
Whoever's within 30 feet, so probably not.
Oh,
Puff.
definitely not.
So just telepathic, you guys gonna hear in your brain Rock just speaking, just treasure appraising
was
us.
kind of dicking around, but then as you were
Worry.
talking in his head, he just
Worry. Keep an eye out. Lick.
I actually had a friend
Ab's
who
eyes
looked
just
her eye.
slowly widen as her like as the brain's processing the message, just like not even really like looking at anything specific, just like okay, I'm observing. I have an eye on everything. I have it all.
Make your move, party.
Can I go check out one of the dead bodies that's on the floor?
Okay, so the one on the floor or the one in the gibbet?
The one on the floor.
Okay, you kind of and go over to the body on the floor. It looks like a elf slain in anger, vicious. The guts pulled out. This is graphic, by the way, chat. Just heads up. The guts torn out, and the person looks like they were choked to death with their intestines.
All sorts of problems.
You wanna check out what you wanna? All right, roll. You kind of start.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm looking at all the things. Are you
Sure,
kidding?
sure.
I'm nosy as.
Roll investigation for me. What's the rest of the party doing?
22.
You're 42?
22.
22.
Okay, I was like, excuse me?
No. 19 plus 3.
It's like, what kind of buffs?
The bird actually has 8 eyes, just all over.
Look like angelically accurate angels.
Yeah.
Oh God. Be not afraid. It's actually a parrot. All right, you find a spell scroll. You don't know what kind yet. And 2 health pots.
2 health pots.
Mm-hmm. Greater healing.
Ooh, greater healing. Okay.
You're boring me. Speak!
Shut up! I go and look at the other body.
Can I eat your smallest rat?
Ooh. That would be actually intriguing. What do you think, Sigil?
This noise as surprisingly a monkey climbs on down from the rafters and kind of hangs on the gibbet, and then notes shut up, and then kind of keeps looking and goes, yeah, I'm a rat. The smallest and weakest. He's in motley, court jester of some kind. Surely you would love to consume my flesh. Gibbet's kind of swinging.
I'm gonna lean over to.
Too skinny.
I'm gonna lean over to Lord Chamberlain and just be like, I'm not the best at identifying land mammals. That isn't a rat, right?
He has to crouch real low because he's tall.
Yeah, that isn't a rat, right?
No, they're quite gamey and actually disgusting.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're trying my patience.
You're
Come.
trying mine.
One more provocation out of you, and I'll give you what you want.
Licks
me?
his eye. Just looks at the dog. Fetch.
You have
They're just
the
like-
stuff.
Trotting up.
Gives him a scritch behind his ears as he walks by.
Just kind of tosses the the bag of holding on the ground, nudges it.
The king hops forward, walking down. He's got a bit of a waddle to him, belying a knee injury of some kind, a bit of a hobble, and he gets real close to Fetch, and you can smell him, and he smells just awful.
Good.
Good.
And he goes, and he grabs the bag and he opens it, and he gets it shoulder deep into the bag and starts fishing around. Where is it? Where is it? And he pulls out the cheese, throws the bag over his shoulder, and the owl catches it and starts counting the money. And he pulls it out and goes, oh. and starts eating it as fast as he can, crumbling apart, and he gets down on his knees and starts eating the crumbs. Fetch, you're real close now. Make a perception check.
Yeah, good. Which is also gonna try and like kind of like get in.
I'm gonna give him a script behind the ears and just go, I believe in you. Guidance.
Hey.
And I'm sorry.
You go to cast guidance, and someone up in the rafters casts counterspell.
No.
Enough of that.
Just echoes.
21 perception.
21 perception. Something clicks. Something that's been kind of scratching at your dog brain this whole time. Everyone here looks sickly, which, yeah, they're living in refuse, but there's something more going on here. There's something. What was your number?
21.
21. There's something else. Even the king looks gaunt. Everyone around here looks tired. And just a reminder, the party does have 1 point of exhaustion.
Remind me what that does for us again. Is it just disadvantage on saving throws, or?
I
Disadvantage
believe
on
so.
a bunch of ability checks. Saving throws is level 3.
Okay.
That's right, ability checks. Okay.
You're
Okay.
good.
Fetch
good.
will. Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Fetch will whine a little bit more and kind of like, first of all, nudge towards the crumbs.
He swats at you.
Does he?
Yeah. He looks up and goes, "Mine!" and swats at you. Kind of not like hitting you, but like shooing you away.
Oh, do I want to just throw chaos right now?
You don't
He
share with your circle.
did just swat at me. All right, I cast
You're
darkness
muted,
around me.
Taylor.
Oh, you're the
You
goodest
cast
boy.
darkness and it's counterspelled.
I'm gonna look up into the bats and see if I see anything.
You
From,
see amongst the
if I can
bats
notice. Okay.
roughly 3 spellcasters bats and 1 really big bat. And she is adorned with many piercings and occult jewels, and you can see tattoos all along the foldings of her wings.
Aw.
And she is looking
Delicious.
she's looking more and more pissed.
Did
I
you?
don't.
Were you going to cast a spell on me? He
Bitch
was going
growls.
to cast a spell on me!
His crown like almost falls off, and he like fumbles to catch it and puts it back on his head.
I could have you skinned, mutt.
Fetch continues to
Hey!
growl.
His name is Fetch.
Fetch
This, and he grabs his shoe and he throws it at you.
Can I catch it?
You can try.
Like, well.
I will do a. This is gonna be awful. Acrobatics check, I guess.
Okay. At disadvantage, I believe.
Is it disadvantage?
Yeah, because
Exhaustion?
exhaustion.
Oh, right.
How high is the
Uh,
ceiling?
It's okay. They're both awful, and then
About 80
I'll
feet.
roll. I'll add a D4 to it, as my talisman will allow me to do so.
Sorry, 60 feet.
I was gonna telepathically talk to her.
12.
12. You catch it. And he goes,
Which brings it back over to you and tosses it on the ground.
Oh, is it all there?
"Yes, my lord Luthador, it is all here."
Oh, good. Good.
And he throws the shoe off towards the distance to see if you go it again. And while you're scampering off, shut up, I'll get to you in just a second. I feel so bad just being like, and also shut the, but he says, You are all welcome to stay, of course. You have pleased me. We will have our era of peace. Do you know what what did I call it? My great grandsire called war as he sits down on his throne. He looks at the doctor. Good business. And he flicks the coin purse. Dismissed.
Is the owl 30 feet away?
Sure.
Gonna telepathically be like, can't you eat all of them? You look much stronger than these.
There's a moment of like he like stiffens for a second and then goes, child, there are two types of power in this world. Natural power, strength of arms, and inherent power. What one man can do and accomplish with his arms and legs and back can always be outnumbered. I would advise you not to test my king any further.
We'll have a good feast after this. I like the owl.
I'm gonna stay right on the tail of Lord Chamberlain Rochester III.
Okay. Fetch, do you grab the,
larger than
grab the
me.
shoe?
He's not like a beardy, like a tiny beardy. He's like a bearded dragonborn. So still
Yeah, no,
very
wait.
big.
Eb's only like 4'5". She's a small fish. She's just staying next to the nearest large thing to safety.
Shut
Also,
up.
yes.
You begin.
Shut up.
Sorry. Shut up. You start
Sorry.
going through the corpse of the gibbet, and it's a little difficult because the monkey is still kind of swaying, and you think you see something, and then the monkey starts like creepily petting you. What excellent plumage! Might I feather?
I'm a rat.
You will do well. You will do well. You find let me think. I had a full like 10 minutes to think about this, and I had like multiple ideas and discarded all of them. You find a quill. An ink pen, if you will, a feathered ink pen.
Okay. I take it and I like put it in so it like kind of folds in with the rest of my wing, and I kind of just preen it.
Okay.
So there's just one feather that's a different color, whatever color it is.
Sure. Chat, thank you for the inspiration.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yay!
I just look at the monkey and I go, dismissed, and I hop down and I land on Lord Chamberlain Rochester III's shoulder.
Like just real loud and directly behind you. He just shrieks.
Lord
slowly-
Chamberlain goes to pet and then just like
I tap you on the other side.
just
Slowly, you guys
confused, just
begin making your way back towards the banquet hall. Puff,
Hello.
you step into the kitchen.
How do we
I
do
can
this?
smell the bread. I can smell it. Puff's gonna, just approach the big beaver.
Sure. Back in the banquet hall, or you want to be in the kitchen?
Oh, I'm in the kitchen.
Okay,
I thought
so you
that's where
step
he
into the
was.
kitchen, and you can see a stone a stone oven and you can smell cheese and bread and various meats being cured. And you see one rat just shoulders deep in a buck that he's currently skinning and cleaning, and he's got this big bucket that he's just scooping out all the pieces he doesn't need and tossing it into the bucket. And you watch as a human servant comes and replaces the bucket, and you watch as he goes over to a small hole in the floor that doesn't really make too much sense as to why it's there, before he takes the slop and pours it down the hole and begins washing the bucket. You can see other people running around and cooking and baking, and you can see the head chef, and it is a armadillo. And he also looks just as gaunt. Sorry, real quick. Sorry to interrupt. If you go to video settings, Lexi, you can go to, or choose video filter. If you click on the little camera button in Zoom, you can go to the video filter and find the black and white. Sorry, that's on me for not talking about it beforehand. I totally forgot. People running about doing things. You see one doorway that you haven't seen yet, and 2 trapdoors.
Hi. I don't know your name. Rat man, hello. Okay.
Good evening. It's the armadillo.
Oh, you are not a rat. You have a lovely shell.
Thank you. I carry diseases.
That's adorable. Just gonna get out of your hair. Before I go, do you have any bread?
Make a persuasion check.
I gotta do a disadvantage because of freaking exhaustion. What? I wish it would have stayed an 8. It was a 3.
Be gone from my kitchen, whelp. I'll cook you into a stew. I will.
Okay. What the hell is that?
What?
They're gonna try and steal bread.
Sleight of hand.
Is that 18?
18?
And a 19. Let's go.
God, all right. You
But
look
it's
around.
Dirty 20 because of +2.
Nice. And you see a fresh loaf of the same bread unbuttered. And that rye, maybe pumpernickel, just a whole ass loaf that is just fresh from the oven.
Steal it. And then I grab it.
You gotta kind of toss it in both hands because it's still hot.
No, I just cheek it and go.
And you skitter back, and you've got a little bit of time before the party would reemerge. What do you do? It looks like the sloth by now has finished what he's saying and goes to pass off the scroll, and he goes, starts patting himself down like he lost his wallet, you know.
I'm gonna just pop up on like a next to the table or like at the edge of the table, like just pop, because he's 2 feet tall, so like he's not gonna see over any table.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
pops up out of the table. He's like, "Did you lose something?"
Oh, hello. It's the beaver. And the sloth goes, hey.
Yes. Is this guy okay?
Did you
Oh, he's still talking.
take my scroll?
Quite a large creature. You would have definitely seen me.
Do you know who I am? I am the manservant, the personal manservant for the
Is this gonna take
Rat
forever?
King
What's happening?
Luthador.
Are you
I
yelling? We okay?
That scroll was written by the court mage.
Does he do talking for you often? Because man, this is awful.
Arcanist Elay.
I was gonna try and like. Like just like on the slots. Shush.
It's about this time everyone else walks back into the room. You can unblack and white yourselves.
Just pawing at the slots. Shush.
I don't have the filter. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally okay, guys. We can scratch the black and white. I'm really sorry about that. I that's on me. Seriously, that is on me for not checking first with everybody did know all that.
I was like, filter? What's that?
You guys walk back in, and Puff is trying to like soothe a very angry and slow moving sloth manservant. And the beaver is just shoving his face and looking on bemused and not saying anything. Other guards have kind of watching a little confused, a little amused because they've clearly had to deal with this guy for a long time now.
So slow. Oh, so slow.
Setup goes over to Puff and just goes, I'm a rat.
No, you're not. We've been over this. We've been over this. Shut up. We've been over this.
I'm always on edge.
You're a bird.
I am quite sharp.
The deed is done. We need to leave. We need to leave before there are things that have transpired. We need to leave before the armadillo man knows.
What?
We
Also,
need to
the
leave.
goblin?
The beaver goes,
We need to leave.
knows what?
Nothing.
No, do tell. He's a twat.
Oh, I stole his bread. Swallow before you speak. Because he's got a whole cheek of bread. You can't do this. Don't just chew your food and swallow, then speak. There is an order.
The bread takes priority.
Jeeves comes up behind you guys and goes, well, that seems to have gone relatively well.
Probably.
I'm real. There was the Did anyone else notice the giant bat on the ceiling that was making us not do magic-y things?
Oh, my dear. That would be our spy master, Maylor. She
Puff
is
looks up.
quite proficient in what she does. You don't see any bats in this room.
But why? I just why?
Why what, dear?
I don't know. It seemed kind of.
You should eat. You seem like you need some food.
I'm good. Do you have any fish food here?
Sorry?
Who's on the menu?
Do you have any fish food here?
Wait, I got this.
I couldn't. And he kind of gestures at one of the servants who comes over. Yes. Hang on.
No, Puff reaches into his cheek for a dry piece of crust and just starts crumbling it and putting it on.
Yes, Lord Chimp. Find this fine lady some of our finest fish food. Thank you. At once, Lord Brims. And he kind of quickly moves off. Please.
It's the
I'm to
first time anyone's responded like that. Usually they stop talking to me.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I talked over you.
No, you're good. I was just usually when I ask that, they stop talking to me. I have achieved the wrong goal. Help!
You are a poor fish.
Mealworms.
Goes to headpat, sees that Eb's slimy. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, she's still like mildly moist.
I'm good.
I'm to understand that all guests who come
Prestidigitation.
through here from the Alliance to stay with us for a time. Please do sit, eat.
I want to sleep.
We have beds
wanna
prepared.
sleep.
Aye. And another this time an elven servant approaches. Yes, Lord Brims. Do be sure to take them to the Solars. The Solar is the guest chamber. I just found that out. It's kind of fucking cool.
You made that up. It's not real. We're casting spells.
We have prepared for the likes of you, most honored guests. And he takes up
You
the
have
jerky
stillborn
and he-
rats.
What?
I'm sorry.
Any
I'm a rat.
stillborn rats.
Out of character, we don't talk about that.
Okay,
that's one of the
valid.
few no-nos.
Valid. Food.
Does there appear to be a lot of Does there appear to be like a lot of food in this like kitchen area? Like
You're
it's
in a
well-stocked?
banquet hall,
Very well.
and the banquet hall is loaded with food. No
Are there
fish
any?
food though.
Are there any rats eating the food? The ones that all look so like sickly and skinny and stuff?
You don't see anyone else at the table at this time.
Okay.
It looks like this beaver is fully intent on handling this table.
Does this beaver also look sickly and stuff?
Make a perception check.
Well,
I'm
while Ep
good
does
at
that,
this.
can I
thought he
pull
was
the
described as
bread out of
portly.
my mouth and then do an perception or investigation check on the thing I just shoved in my mouth?
You can make a medicine check on the bread.
Oh God!
Someone takes it back out.
That's a 26.
26. You see a redness to his eyes, a sweatiness to his brow, and a sunkenness under his, like there's a certain amount of bags under his eyes as well.
I got a 14.
14. It's bread.
Yeah.
Cheeks it.
So like
day.
he doesn't look particularly like gaunt or anything like everyone else did.
In his own way, yes, he does.
Okay.
Fetch, what you up to? You've been quiet.
Fetch is the beaver feels a thud on his leg as Fetch places his head on the leg. And
Oh.
just looking at him.
I'm gonna roll an animal handling because you've fucking earned that. And that is a 17 as he starts scratching behind your ears and petting you.
And yeah, Fetch accepts that, but is still like longingly looking up at the food and at him and food and at him.
Just get up there.
And
I
he's
don't think
gonna
he'll mind.
pick you up and put you on the table.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Whatever the largest plate is, it's being devoured immediately.
There is a roast pig.
Yup. It's my pig now.
Everyone else notices that Lord Chimped the Beaver, one of the 4 advisors to the Rat King Luthador. This is the diplomat. He looks a little bummed out that he doesn't get to eat any of the pig now. But, he shrugs it off and reaches for a different plate, and now he's just shoving his face with shrimp.
Rats eat here.
What was
I
that,
was
Rock?
I was gonna make some sort of joke about fellow sea life, but joke didn't manifest as actual words in my brain. It just went, haha, that's a funny. So, haha, that's funny. Moving on.
I wanna sleep.
Of course.
Sounds good.
Take them to the Solar. Yes, my
Can you
lord.
have them bring me more bread?
Of course.
How much bread?
Goodness, child, how much do you need?
All of the bread.
He likes bread. He's fairly fond of bread.
I'll see what I can
All
do.
of the bread.
No,
All of
no. I need all of it.
All of the bread.
Not exact-
All of the bread.
Roll
yeah,
persuasion, Puff.
No. can
I persuade?
Can I
18?
assist?
You may assist.
Okay. He all of the bread. He becomes
All of
very,
18
very
and,
emotional over his bread.
I got a 17.
Okay. My good man. We will bring you bread, all of the bread. But I too encourage you to, in fact, spread it out a little bit. A healthy diet encapsulates all.
Don't talk to me. Don't. No. You're saying things that should blasphemy.
I'm just behind, just going, meat.
It just Puff just walks up and does the same thing that he did to the sun. Shh, shh, shh. I expect bread in my room. I'm gonna go to my room.
A young man approaches and says, I will be taking you to the Solar at this time, if it pleases you.
I'm good.
Okay. And on the way there, he takes you to the hallway. And on the way there, he explains that there are 12 rooms that the party has easy access to. And this was also sent to Fish, our fantastic note taker. Thank you for doing that. You guys have easy access to the gatehouse, the Great Hall, the throne room, the kitchens, the storerooms, the wine cellar, the solar, the library, the dungeon, the privy, the chapel. 11 rooms. Not 12, my apologies.
Okay, numbers are hard.
You find yourselves in a relatively clean set of rooms. So you've got your changing room, and a couple of bedrooms, and a small cabinet of a selection of wines that have probably been pilfered from the surrounding villages. The young man says, if there is anything else you need, this bell here, you can ring it, and one of us will come and assist you at your need. Yes. Excuse me.
Puff rings
You
it.
have pleased me.
You ring it, and he comes right back. Yes.
I just want to see how fast you are.
Dismissed.
Thanks, shut up.
All right. Just gonna bow and quickly vacate.
Slowly reaching for it again. No. Later.
Okay.
Shut up just screams into the bell. She doesn't ring it, but she's
You get it.
It's at this
Puff
moment.
screams too.
It's at this moment you all, at the same time, feel a sudden cold drench of water. And you find yourselves suddenly, inexplicably, walking through the gatehouse into the Great Hall. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Dun, dun.
I didn't eat nothing. Dang it.
All right. To recap, the party had just gotten to the Solar, the guest chambers, when suddenly they were all splashed with that same cold rain they had been dealing with over the past couple of days. And suddenly they find themselves walking through the double doors into the front door, the front gate of the keep. Before them, the beaver is eating the food that the party had already seen him begin consuming. The sloth slowly walking in, scroll in hand, and they are all perplexed. Any items that they had acquired before, after entering the keep, they no longer have on their person, and any spells they cast, they suddenly have the spell slots back for. Any health they lost, they suddenly have once again. You guys step in. Jeeves is with you. He's shaking off the rain and looking around a bit. The guards, Fetch, only took a great interest in you once you cast Bonfire. So as of now, as you are walking back in seemingly a second time, there's only maybe one guard glancing over you lazily as you guys walk back in.
Rock, can you do the thing? Wait, do we remember?
Yes.
Prestidigitation.
Can you?
And then some nice warm wind.
I'm gonna look over at Jeeves to see if he looks like he also remembers.
He does not seem like he remembers, and he seems a little more gaunt, a little more haggard. What's everyone's reaction to this? This is unusual. No one's ever seen or felt a magic like this before, if it is indeed magic.
Concern.
Telepathically, just be like, you guys remember what just happened?
Yeah.
Are you guys aware?
Yeah.
Huff's
I'm
tongue,
a rat.
Huff's tongue in his cheek, like my bread.
No.
Do you think the Rat King's been in a loop this whole time, and that's why they all look like this?
Probably.
Do we look more gaunt?
Perception checks?
Medicine checks.
I can
Medicine
do that. I'm good at that.
Doctor.
I
And
believe
a
I believe in
3.
myself, and I'm guidancing myself,
Don't forget we have exhaustion, so it's gonna be a disadvantage.
which is why I'm guidancing myself.
I got 3.
Well, we can all help you and
Mhm.
New World with neutral.
What is non-medicine?
Sure, we're all checking each other out.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I got
15 on the die plus 116 at disadvantage. First one was a 19. I was so upset.
I had an 18, and then I got a 3.
with guidance. That's a 19.
19. Lord Chamberlain Rochester, your scales have a little less luster to them. Shut up. Your feathers are a little more ruffled and unkempt than they were when you first walked in here, Dr. Ebb Fisher. You seem a little bonier. Fetch, your fur slightly discovered. Puff, one of your ears has like a little bit of a wilt to it.
I hate it here.
We need to fix this fast.
Yeah.
Puff just
Probably.
like plops on the ground and starts like just comforting Fetch.
When we experienced this loop the first time, did the owl also look kind of shriveled, or was that just the Rat King?
You guys didn't check.
Oof.
History check?
You can make a history check.
Yeah.
Shut up. May make a history. Dr. Ebb asked the question. Shut up, and Dr. Ebb can make a history check.
It's gonna be okay, Fetch.
At
We're both
disadvantage.
gonna get baths.
That'll
Curse
be a
is
nat
exhausted.
1. I don't even remember there being an owl.
So curse
The
is
only bird
exhaustion
here.
because
Yeah,
I got a 19 first plus the whatever history, and then I got a nat 1. Yep, that's a 7.
I was too busy looking at the bodies.
You
The
don't
glasses got
recall
fogged
with
up.
clarity.
Oh,
I guess the thing Eb's gonna be looking out for this time around is if anyone doesn't look frail.
Okay, you look about.
specifically.
Everyone seems, with your 22 of passive perception, everyone seems a little more haggard than the first time you walked through this door.
Okay.
The sloth, just a little slower. As he slowly makes his way
Oh,
scrolling.
Whoa.
down.
whoa, man, slow down.
Random inspo. Who's it going to, Valerie? Roll it. Roll a d6.
Maybe we'll be able to
Or
roll
Yame,
flat on
please.
one of these rolls.
There's the.
Position 6. Fetch. You have inspo.
Yes.
Yeah. Puff's gonna go straight back
Valerie.
to the kitchen.
Okay. You make your way to the kitchen. Again, the rat, which is shoulders deep, skinning the same buck. And you see the armadillo kind of barking orders in the kitchen, keeping everything going. You see that same rye bread fresh out of the oven. It's this time because you've gone a little sooner. It is just now being pulled out of the oven and placed on a cooling tray on the side.
What's that?
They all turn and look at you.
Over there. I try to take the bread. No, I run and I try. Is there a hole? I want to jump in the hole.
You do see the hole.
I want to jump in it.
Okay, you jump. You scamper forward. One of the armadillo goes, "Seize him!" And you make a dex check as one of the guards starts rushing from the other side of the kitchen to try to intercept you.
That is what's my dex plus 2? It's a 15.
Disadvantage.
No, it was a 15 with
Nicely
disadvantage.
done. You slide along the floor and whoop, down the hole you go.
I think this was a mistake.
Intruders, seize the rest.
Ow! I'm sorry.
Guards all turn. And
I cast greater invisibility on myself.
you cast greater invisibility yourself. Shut up. Disappears. The other three of you. What do you do?
We are bringing things that we're supposed to be.
Okay.
I shake and cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay. Lord Chamberlain.
Has his sword at the ready, but just like
Okay.
looking at Dr. Ebb. Just like,
About 30 guards are in your immediate vicinity, and many more are coming.
Where are they coming from?
Okay, so all throughout the Great Hall, the 30 guards put down their plate and start charging forward with their glaives. Some of them pulling out nets. One person by the door, one of the King's Guard, pulls out this small orb and starts moving forward. Roughly 5 of the guards all quickly rush the beaver and take him and start ushering him away. And he's like, "Oh, my food! What the hell's going on here?"
I'm gonna
my
follow
food,
the-
What is going on?
Lord Chamberlain's
follow
gonna
the
scream
beaver.
in deep speech.
Okay, you begin following
to
the beaver.
intimidate.
You can roll for intimidation.
Yes. At disadvantage still?
Yep.
I believe in you.
So we're basically
So I rolled a 20, and then a 17, and then plus 14 to my
So what's your total? Sorry.
Wow.
17 plus 14.
21.
Yeah,
That's 31.
31.
Oh right,
For
thank you. God
intimidation.
damn.
That's one intimidation for all of the guys.
All of the guards like
He
pull
just yells
up.
in deep speech, just.
All of the guards like pull up, start looking at each other. Even
Shut up takes note of that
even
one.
the King's Guard like
We are not here to fight. Stand down.
the doors behind you slam open, and the Doberman. What is going on here?
We bring stuff.
Your men want to attack us.
My men attack when there is a threat.
We come bearing peace, not
Then why
threats.
are their glaives down?
I mean, our friend wanted some bread, but that's about it. That's all we did.
Where's Puff? Telepathically, where's Puff?
Don't kill them, take them.
He went for the bread.
And hesitantly, the guards all step forward. We're gonna pause the three of you there.
No.
Shut up. Where do you go?
I'm gonna be following the beaver.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to see what they're doing.
Roll stealth, and I believe because you're invisible, it's just a flat roll, no disadvantage, as you roll stealth to follow after the beaver, who is continuing to protest even as he's pulling like a whole fistful of grapes out of a pocket. They got lint on him, and he's just throwing them down as he goes, and he starts like choking on it, and he takes a swig from a flask that he's got on him, and they're like, "Please, sir, we must go." And he's like, "Oh, the audacity." Yes, go ahead.
I got a 5.
You got a 5.
Gee. It's that exhaustion. We're all tired.
No, that was a flat roll.
Oh, you do get your pluses still.
Yeah, I know. I rolled
Oh.
a 2. Thank you.
Okay, just checking. All right. You're walking along, and you realize your wet footprints are making marks in the carpet, and one of the guards you pass by, who this particular guard, you know, he ate his Wheaties this morning, and he's especially keen as he looks, and you know, he sees all the commotion, and then he sees the footprints, and he goes, "Invisible guards! Alarm! And he takes a wild swing with his glaive at disadvantage because you're invisible. An 18 and a 19. What's your AC?
And because I have the cloak of displacement, so my wet footsteps even are 6 inches different than where I am.
All right. Regardless, with the big sweep of the even at disadvantage, I'm getting a dirty 20 to hit.
What?
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Ow!
Ow!
That's some low rolls, actually.
Oh, good. I'm a tiny board.
17 damage. The glaive right into your wing, and you feel it crumple a little as your thin bones take the brunt of the wide swing.
He just hears me mimic the beep. The audacity!
Okay, and he's going to see this, and he's going to first slam the doors before taking out a bead and trying to yeet it in your general direction. He's rolling at disadvantage again. 13 hit your AC?
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it.
But I wanna bend luck. And I wanna use 2 sorcery points and subtract that by 3.
Damn. Okay.
Hey.
Case, what's up, dude? Thanks for the gifted subs. And okay, so you narrowly do a little bird bob out of the way.
And I want to try and be like, I'm a rat. And I'm trying to like
roll deception.
You got this.
You watch the bead hit the floor, and it, as some kind of spell takes effect, but it does not connect with you, and so it does not take you.
I don't like this die. I got a nat 1 with disadvantage.
No! All right.
Dice jail.
I don't have another one here.
Oh, no.
Digidice.
No,
That's
I
a gamble.
refuse. I will never.
You see the door open up long down the hall, and the beavers hustled in, and it's closed. It's closed, and you hear it lock, and the now 5 guards pull in a flanking formation and start charging down this hall in a line. What do you do?
I'm a small creature. Is there anything that I can hide behind?
There is a set of armor you can attempt to hide behind.
Yeah, can I even crawl into the set of armor?
Sure.
Are you still invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can spend
wait, no,
an
I didn't
action.
roll my concentration.
Mm.
Nope.
Not invisible.
Not invisible.
They
Oh,
come
no.
hauling towards you.
Do I have time to do a spell or?
All I did was steal some bread.
And now we're fighting everybody.
Well, I mean, we all saw Aladdin, okay?
Look, here comes the
Can I
consequence.
cast-
Fair.
Consequence.
Can I cast Shatter on all the guards running towards me?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was like initiative thing, so they need to make a con 17 save.
Okay. 17, damn.
Yeah.
2 failures. 3 failures, 1 success. Another failure, another success. So 2 succeed, 4 fail.
Okay, and the bird just goes, no, don't break that stupid bird! And they get 26 thunder damage.
26 thunder damage. Bang!
Jesus.
Crack! You watch the armor shatter and carve away at their bodies, and 4 of the 6 crumple and hit dirt. The other 2, back up! We need backup! And they look at you, and now they're going to swing. The first one misses. The second one pulls out the orb. Scoops up the orb, whips it at you with a 18 to hit.
I don't think I have anything. I don't think I can bend luck enough. 8. Nope, I can't bend luck enough, so I take it.
You take
Yes.
it. A small orb boom, appears around you and then boom, closes around your body and you're suffocating.
Oh.
Am I able to speak or no?
You can like speak through clenched teeth, clenched beak.
Speak. Am I able to?
Cast spells, yes.
Okay. If we get our spell slots back, can I just cast Shatter again at them?
Now, you're not able to affect anything outside the bubble you're in, unfortunately.
Oh, outside of the lemon. Okay.
Mm.
I cast Dispel Magic on the bubble.
That is the sound of Google.
Third level or lower. Spell save
Huh?
DC 10 plus the spell's level. It breaks.
Yes.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay, what do you do?
Okay. No.
Do I have? It's still my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like run towards them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Sword Burst. So like my little bird self just runs over them and goes, yeah, with my wings, and the feathers just go. They need a Dex 17,
Okay.
and again it's just going no, and they take 15 damage.
Okay. Both fail 15 damage. Got it. One of them is still looking good. The other one goes down. This is the one that had the bead. This is the one of the King's Guard. He's nasty looking.
And I'll just be like, don't talk to me, Spy Master Maylor.
He's patting. He doesn't have any more beads, and he's going to Hail Mary and
I know.
and cast Fireball. Make a dex save.
No.
What? And disadvantage.
Dex
'cause-
save is
a lot of effort
15.
to get rid of a bird.
They're doing the job. I didn't think it'd take this much.
14, but I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points. Oh no, that doesn't matter. Can do the 2 sorcery points. Can I use them on myself for bend luck? No, when another creature you see. Okay, so not me. Fudge. Your proficiency in 2 cells. I'm not proficient in Dex. Okay, there's nothing I can do. I got 14.
Okay.
One below.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Take 32 points of fire damage.
Oh, I'm fine.
All right. We're going to cut real quick over to the Doctor, Lord Chamberlain, Rochester, and Fetch. They are attempting to detain you and take you essentially to the dungeon.
We were summoned by
So-
the king for peace. We came to deliver a package directly to him.
Regardless of the words you say, they are intent in following the captain of the guard's orders.
So if they're coming at us and they're not,
Can I roll to persuade?
Regardless of what you say,
Yeah.
they are following the orders of their captain of the guard. Fetch?
Fetch will continue to whine, but then like as they get closer, Fetch's eyes will look up and their eyes will turn into like an inky blue kind
Okay.
of, and it'll begin to swirl a little bit, and then he'll go bark in deep speech.
Okay. Also, you have 11, 10
So you've been
HP.
understanding my shit talking.
And so a 20-foot cube in front of me, suddenly, like inky black tentacles just sprout out from above it, and then you can hear my patron just roaring as these tentacles. Is there anyone within 20 feet of us?
That are enemies?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that are anyone.
What?
Anyone that is within 20 feet of me.
The doctor,
like in a 20-foot
Lord
square in front
Chamberlain.
of me.
In front specifically. Yeah, like 10 guards.
Yep. Okay, so they're all getting. This is Evard's black tentacles,
Oh,
and
no.
so, they're gonna get hit with that.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull this up. I'll go ahead and cast that now. Okay.
God.
So when a creature enters the affected area, or when it starts its turn there, and when I cast it, go ahead and succeed on a 16 Dex saving throw.
Okay. Jesus, okay. What's the DC?
16.
16? Why did I say 10? Okay. One saves, one fails. One saves, one fails. Two fails. One saves, one fails. Two save. All right, dead even. 5 fail, 5 succeed.
Okay, those who succeeded will take 4 bludgeoning damage,
Okay,
and those who fail take 9, and they're going to be restrained by the tentacles.
okay,
If they start their turn in that area and they're already restrained, they're going to take an additional 3d6.
okay. Okay, I like it.
Kind of along that same vein, if as like the guards kind of enclose on Ebb, she's gonna be very persistently being like, "We're here, we came with things." And if they get close enough, if they get like right up next to her, she's just gonna scream, "Don't touch me!" and cast Thunderwave at 5th level.
Okay.
I'm gonna need con saves from all of them.
Jesus.
Well, 5 of them fail because they are restrained.
Mhm.
We have a lot of AoE damage, I
Holy
see.
shit.
Sorry, I cast it at 5th level, not at 6th. But I mean that just changes my damage. So
You said 5th.
I did. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I
what I
heard
said.
5th.
I meant 5th.
Oh, I already got 11 temporary HP, so, but thank you.
Okay. 3 save.
Okay, the ones that save take 17 thunder damage, and the ones that didn't take 35 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away.
Okay. The 3 that failed and aren't restrained get blown back. The ones who are restrained and would be pushed back are instead coiled by the tentacles and just waving their hands like wacky inflatable balloon men. And die. Wacky inflatable balloon man to death.
Yeah.
Just until they're boneless.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Rock is just exasperated, just. I thought I was done with the war.
The double doors to the throne room bust open, and many bats fly into the room. This is
Wow.
not a winnable fight.
I can tell.
And it becomes pretty clear at this point as you hear more guards coming. Now you've slain a few of them, and now the casters are here. What do you guys do?
Well, we're just defending ourselves.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We brought what we were supposed to. Eb's just like slowly losing it. Like
Sure.
if anyone touches her, she's gonna like cast another spell. But like she's just kind of like, we brought what we were supposed to.
Okay.
We have the bag. We have the money.
Brought the stupid cheese.
It's just calmly just sitting down with like his tongue hanging out, happily looking around with his eyes still just like swirling blue.
Gonna telepathically tell everybody, like, what if we run out and try to run back in if the loop will just happen? Whoever's obviously within the 10 feet, because the other two ran off.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
it's like, do we make
And
a
then-
break for it?
Fetch will begin to run out.
Okay, I'll just make a break for it just to see if it even
Yeah,
works.
I also
Not
make
even
a
sure
break.
if it works.
Yeah, if they book it, Eb would also book
The
it.
three of you go to book it outside. Puff.
I've been falling forever. This is the longest hole.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Puff, you've been falling down, and it's a very small thing, so it's a controlled descent a little bit. You hear detonations and tentacle slaps and various sounds of combat outside. And you look up just in time to see the refuse from the cleaned buck that you saw last time get thrown down the hole. You look up just in time for it to hit you in the face.
The worst day ever. My bread! Is the bread okay?
It's burning a hole in your cheek, but you've cheeked it.
Worth it.
Damn.
Worth it. I'm not spitting it out.
You hear the Iker like slide down you all nasty like.
Do I
and
know
then
how far I have more to go?
You listen for a second, and then you hear it slap upon a stone floor below.
How many feet we talking?
Maybe 20, maybe 30.
I just use rabbit hop and I just plop down.
Okay.
Bloop.
You plop down, and you're in some kind of cell. And
It's gonna be a goddamn rancor.
you look, the individual who is eating the slop looks up at you.
Hi, I'm Puff. I'm just a bunny. Relax.
It's a human.
Oh.
And he backs up and then he comes back real quick and starts scrabbling at the slop and trying to take it for himself. And he goes to the other side of the room and he looks terrified. He's sitting in his own squalor. You're in a jail cell.
Puff just reaches into his cheek and pulls out this amalgamation of just slop bread and just rips it in half. Would you like some? Would you like some bread? It's fresh.
Roll persuasion.
It's fresh.
At disadvantage.
It's a 19. Why'd you say disadvantage? Come on, dice gods. What is it? It's an 18.
Okay.
Not bad.
You see him go.
I'm bartering with a homeless guy.
I've been smelling that bread for more years than I've been able to count. And he kind of steps forward a little bit. He looks nervous and scared, like, what trick is this?
It's just bread.
He
You can have
reaches
some
out
of
a
the dry
shaking
bits.
hand, and he takes some, and he runs back to his cell corner. Thank you.
Bread's a way of life. It was good.
Oof.
Tears.
Got that good stuff.
Of Christ too. I get this way when I eat bread too. It's okay. It's okay to cry sometimes.
So, some of my evening meal has gotten on you, it looks like, and he prestidigitates you. And you notice that he himself is clean.
Hold on. Is he naked?
He's in tattered robes.
I give him my common clothes. Here you go. You need these. Take them.
If they see me in some sort of improved state, it'll end poorly.
I got an idea.
Who
And
are
I
you?
start. I'm Puff. I said that. Did I not say that?
Oh,
every
that's
time?
your name.
Yeah, I'm
apologies.
Puff.
I'm Newmark.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Newmark. How'd you end up in the hole?
I wouldn't help the Rat King. I am a cleric of the Dove. I serve the Alliance, and I've lived out here for some time trying to help the people in their squalor in this no man's land, but I wasn't able to escape when the armies came and took shelter with a circle of druids, and they were forced to give me up. I don't blame them.
Oh.
He looks rail thin.
I jumped down here. Who's stopping you? Was there? So there is. You said that there's a way out. How are they checking on you to know that you have new clothes?
He gestures outside the bars of this cell, and you can see a small walkway of stone, and you're deep underground. There's next to no light. The only light is coming through the hole above. You see mostly corpses that have been left to slowly die.
Okay. Well,
Wait, they're coming. Quick. And
Puff immediately scurries into the fucking refuse pile.
Oh. And he just downs the bread and then curls up in the fetal position. A snake slithers in. Medium-sized creature. Looks around.
Newmark, why do you make so much noise?
I'm sorry, Clips. Please, I will be still. I will be quiet. I will be good.
You're not good, are you?
No, I'm not.
Hush now.
And he slithers off. He starts weeping.
Slowly move the refuse like. Is it safe?
You see that he has gone and covered himself with dirt and bile. And he goes, "If we are quiet, yes." Sorry, the mic didn't pick that up.
Oh, sorry. I was like, come here, quick.
Kind of scoots over to you.
And I'm going to immediately halve my rations, my day's worth of rations, and be like, you eat this right now, or try to find a place to hide it.
Thank you. And he just starts eating and eating everything he can, to the point where he's like, kind of trying not to.
Slow down.
He slows down a little. And he sits back and goes, "Please, did we win? Is the war over? I hear sounds up there. Is the castle under siege?"
You want the you want me to lie to you? Because I mean, I'll lie to you. I don't really
I'm a cleric
know.
of the Dove. Lies do not. I do not pursue lies.
Okay, well, out of respect for you,
You see that he goes to clutch at something that isn't there anymore.
as far as I know, and I'm just a little bunny. I don't. We were fighting. Just we didn't do too hot, And now we're paying off the Rat King and giving him some fancy cheese that smells like horse poop.
You see that small glimmer of hope that just die. No one knows I'm here.
I know. Yeah. And I say we do a little jailbreak. How strong is that lock, you figure?
I don't know. Stronger than anything I'm capable of handling.
Can you stand? Can you walk?
Yes, I have been careful to not let myself grow feeble. He stands up. A little shaky, a little wobbly, but he's up.
Okay. I'm gonna have you behind me. I will kill anything that comes through here, or die trying. And I'm just gonna go to the lock, and I don't have these tools, so stand back. And Puff pulls out 2 massive long swords. Ugh. Okay. And I'm going to I'm gonna go just full force towards this door with
strength check it, buddy.
Yeah.
You strength your check right through that door if you can at disadvantage.
Why is I need to find a way to get rid of the exhaustion. I got a 17. I'm tired of this.
Would have been a dirty 20. Let me see what the next one is. Oh, that one fell off. Where'd my dice go? Where'd it go? One moment, please.
Stand by.
There it is. So found it.
Oh, that was fast. Nicely done. Nicely done.
It's a 15.
15?
So yeah, it was.
It's loud, but you break the lock. You watch this. You hear him kind of jump, and ping, and opens up.
Somebody probably definitely heard that.
You hear the of a rattle, a snake's rattle. Far down the hall.
Not scared. We got this. It's not like snakes are my natural predator. It's fine. It's fine. Be okay. Be okay. Well, if we're gonna die here, could you do that prestidigitation thing on me too? So I would just we're going out clean.
Yes.
Yes.
The foofer.
I'm sorry. What is your name? One more time.
Newmark.
Oh. Well, we're gonna get out of here, and do you think we should sneak? I'm not very good at sneaking. I'm more of a
he starts
kill
running.
everything. Okay, perfect. I just go run with him.
All right, you're booking it. He's booking it right alongside you, and you hear the getting closer, and you look back, and this medium-sized snake is pissed and chasing right after your ass. And you see the mouth like open wide.
Run, Newmark!
You get to a cross. You get to a T in the road.
You fucking go right.
You both book it right. All right, over to shut up.
Y'all?
You're up. What do you do?
I'm up. And he's still alive.
There are 2 still alive, and
Ew.
judging by the combat outside, your friends are taking the brunt of the attention. So you got a little bit of time before backup shows up.
Right. I'm gonna kill these guys.
Okay.
Kill him dead.
Oh man.
The audacity.
Would I be able to? So can I twinning spell catapult?
I believe so, yes.
What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna cast catapult. I'm gonna take 2 of the like pieces of armor that have fallen apart from that suit of armor that was there. I'm gonna put them each in a catapult. They each need to make a Dex 17 saving throw.
Boom! The helm goes flying, and one gauntlet goes rocketing towards the 2 of them. Dex saves. Boom. That's shit. That's a 7 and a 3.
Great. They take
both-
20 bludgeoning damage.
And they're dead.
Great. I'm going to.
Both of them collapse to the floor. And you look around. There's a moment of quiet. You can see the door that the beaver was that the ambassador was snuck away into. The hall does continue, and you can see what looks like a chapel of some kind at the end of the hall.
The beaver, what was he an ambassador of again specifically?
He's just one of the advisors. He's like a diplomat that has been called home. He's an advisor to the king.
Okay, I would like to search in these dudes' pockets and see if I can find any sort of paper.
Paper?
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of paper? You can find some paper.
Any kind of like a blank piece of paper. If not, I'll run to the chapel if they don't have any on them.
You don't see any blank pieces of paper, and so you start running. You start booking it, and you pass by the door that the beaver was ushered into, which has been locked, and you're in the chapel.
Okay, I'm searching all over the chapel. I'd like to cast Detect Magic, and I'd also like to look for a piece of paper.
Boom! You cast Detect Magic. This is most chapels that you've experienced in your time usually have some kind of source of magic, and the whole room has an aura of divinity, like a holy ground. This is a chillingly empty box.
Oh, and I needed to roll on wild magic for the catapult.
No, thank you.
Yep, you're good.
One beacon of magical light tucked away in the confessional. Long, dusty, and disused. You run over to the confessional, you whip it open, and not only do you see a small stack of blank papers, but there is a talisman hanging, like a necklace, inside the confessional.
I take that, I put it on.
You put it on. It's a clerical spellcasting focus.
Okay. I am going to also look for pen and ink, along with the paper somewhere around there.
You do see a stopper next to the blank sheets of paper.
Great. I am going to use my ability as a Kenku for, like a parrot, for expert duplication.
Okay.
And I'm going to copy the letter that I saw earlier's handwriting.
Okay, yep.
And I'm going to make a letter saying that they are trapped in a time loop, possibly via the owl that is whispering into the king's ear, and the owl must be killed or the time loop must be stopped. Release the person that they have captured, because I know that it says that they captured a
cleric Newmark.
The cleric. We need to give him this necklace in order to cease this time loop for us all to heal. Sealed court mage Eli.
Eli, you got it.
Eli, wonderful. And I'm gonna run over to the door.
Okay.
That they were locked in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna still have the amulet on, but where the beaver was. And I'm gonna slip it under the paper, and I'm just gonna start pecking on the door. I go, I'm a rat!
Okay, roll deception.
That's advantage though. That's a nat 20.
Oh.
Well, that's a 9 plus a 9 for deception, so 18.
Okay. The door swings open. What is this about a time loop? Get such fantastical notions out of your head. You're not a rat. There's another cleric of the dove here. What? I don't... Did someone send for you? Are you hungry, child? He appears that in the room that he has been ensconced into is a library of some sort. You can see all these scrolls and old tomes and one particularly majestic set. Yeah, he's like, okay.
Don't talk to me.
I say.
I still have detect magic on my eyeballs. So.
Okay. This set of books, which is up on a high shelf, is one of the most disturbingly magical things you have ever perceived. It seems... It's a sensation you've never seen before, in that it reads as a magical being. Borderline deific. Maybe not that powerful. But the closest thing you could equivalent it to, without using terms like God, would be Lich. Or ascended wizard of some kind. Some ridiculously powerful entity, but it's a book set. And it's horribly wrong. Everything about this book set is horribly wrong. And it's
Can I do any sort of like arcana check on it to try and figure out what's wrong?
You may.
Okay, and I'm gonna use my Kenku recall, which gives me advantage on arcana.
Nice, so you'll be flat rolling.
Flat rolling. Rolling off the page. 18.
18.
Oh shit, I need the Revivify scroll, don't I?
The books are out of order. And then you hear the sound of tearing paper. And the person behind you, the beaver, says in a voice that is completely not his voice, goes, "You may not." And then suddenly, cold rain.
On everybody, or?
On everybody.
Oh.
Puff, you go right, you see the stairs, and then you
right
get
into the door.
Smash! You get hit in the face with the cold rain sensation. Fetch, Dr. Ebb Fisher, Lord Chamberlain Rochester. You guys, to your perspective, run through the door, and just as the cold rain hits you, it stops hitting you as you run through the door into the Great Hall. The whole party is together once again. The beaver sits at the table and he's eating something. The sloth is making his slow way into the room with the scroll.
Before we draw more attention, what happened?
I immediately hop onto Lord Chamberlain Rochester III's shoulder, and I'm just like tapping my head against yours, trying to like signal the telecommunication.
Yes. And then telepathically, like, all right, I'm going to need everyone to explain what just happened while we were all separated immediately. Can shut up speak telepathically, or would it still be just bird?
That is up to shut up.
That's up to shut up?
I was going to say, like, I can't speak words, but I start trying to, like, send pictures in everyone's mind of like, the talisman in the church, in the chapel, and then, like, the note that I wrote and what the beaver said, and then about the books and them being out of order and then him being possessed.
Rock is re-explaining that as best as possible.
Yeah,
to everyone
between
else,
the emotions, the pictures, the impressions, everyone kind of gets in on, and everyone communicates together. Dr. Ebb?
The beaver also appeared frail both times round, yes.
Correct. And now everyone is looking rough.
Okay.
Puff, the moment Puff transfixes back to the door, he just reaches out his little paw and he's like, no!
You say that and a bunch of the guards look at you.
Oh, he's don't worry about him. He's
Puff's
got
like
a lot going on.
shell-shocked
Don't worry,
and just
don't worry
like,
about it.
Jeeves leans down. Oh, you all right?
No,
Puff, are
Never.
you good?
no,
you
I'm
see
not
that
good, Jeeves.
one of his eyes is like a sickly yellow where the white is.
Puff smacks it, just fix it.
He's jaundice?
Fix it. And then Puff relays the whole adventure of being in the hole and Newmark's in the hole, and after the whole explanation about the medallion, explains that that's Newmark's medallion and he's missing it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if that'll help break the time. Like maybe that's why
One
we're
of you
looping.
sneak it to him while we distract the king.
Boof invisible.
Yeah.
Sneak it to him while we distract the king.
Mhm.
Shut up. You can boof invisible. There is a couple of guards looking your way because Puff yelled.
Oh, I'll hide first and then
Okay, roll
boof
for stealth.
invisible.
Hide in my fur.
The prestidigitated, extra
It's a
fluffed
good
out fur.
plan.
Yeah.
Guidance.
We once again get the long resting situation, right?
Yeah, the long rest situation. Once again, any items that you had after you entered the place are gone. All your hit
Right.
points and spell slots have been returned.
Right. Fetch
Okay.
takes all of this in and thinks really heavily about what to do next and begins trotting to where you knew where the Rat King was.
Okay.
I'm a follow. I think we should give the stuff over to the Rat King.
Puff.
But
Puff's
Fetch knows
good.
his priorities.
Puff's gonna be like, you guys get the medallion, somehow drop it down the hole. I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy. But I'm gonna do it stealthy this time.
Okay.
I won't
shut
alert
up.
the guards. I'm so sorry.
You do that
Stealth
again,
to hide.
I will skin you.
15.
15. You believe no one perceives you as you skitter under the table
Great.
or into the fur of Puff, whatever you want to do there. Whatever.
Yeah, I would go into the fur.
Okay, you're in the fur. Just
Yeah,
a
I'm
single
going-
little feather poking out.
It kind of looked like I was just taking off my cloak to put it on to Puff, and then it all just kind of like sank in and
Nice.
disappeared.
A single feather poking out, making him look quite dashing.
Yes.
Just gonna go get some bread.
Okay.
gonna
Puff
head off towards
and
the
Shut Up
chapel.
make their way towards the kitchen. For the sake of saving time, if you guys want to say we do exactly what we did before, we can skip it.
So I don't do everything that I did before. I go to the armadillo, and I'm just gonna wait for him to have his back turned. But I want to make sure Shut Up can obviously get out of my fur
Okay.
to try and make like a stealth to get like in where they need to go. But Puff is gonna try and stealth behind the armadillo when he's not looking, and I'm gonna leave the bread. Or no, I want the bread. I gotta have the bread. He wants the
Oh
bread.
no!
I'm gonna try to
Please.
stealth
Sleight
the
of hand
bread.
for the bread for this time.
It was a 17. What? Sleight of hand?
Yep.
15.
15. Bread.
Okay.
You have
And then
obtained the
going
grain.
Going to stealth,
Every time.
like much like an armadillo. He's just gonna tuck in and just roll like a little floof ball.
And Shut Up. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I need to go off to the chapel.
Okay, that's on the other side of the Great Hall. So you skitter, and I'm gonna hold that 15 unless you want to roll again as you begin maneuvering your way through the Great Hall. This is gonna take some time because you're really making sure you're not being seen. Dr. Ebb Fisher, Lord Chamberlain Rockcaster,
I mean,
and
I'm
Fetch.
invisible.
Are you guys gonna go spend time with the Rat King, drop off the money, and most importantly the cheese?
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna make a special note to try to observe as much as I can of the bats in the ceiling and like specifically the mage the spy master and like the mage
Okay.
people,
It's
as well as the like stairway behind. If there's anything I can gather from like
okay.
the weirdness that
The
is that.
stairway behind, as far as you can gather, seems to lead up to his private quarters and one other room. So you can see the stairs going up to another set of beautiful double doors. Not really beautiful, but to the right
beautiful.
is a smaller door. 3 spellcasters, and then the spy master Maelor again watches you all. The king goes on about business, and how war is good business, and how and the owl somehow manages to sneak in a moment where he gets to talk about inherent power and invested power and the difference of it. Clearly this is something he said before many a time, and he was very excited to say it to someone new. And unless you guys are doing anything differently, you are fetch.
I am.
All right. At what point are you switching it up?
Fetch knows that he really wants that shoe.
Okay.
So everything is at the same until the second time when he like literally throws the shoe.
Okay.
At which point Fetch knows where it's gonna go and goes, "Arr!" and a giant tentacle just comes up from the ground like a mystic tentacle, and it basically creates a wall to block the
Counterspell.
It's not a magic effect. It's not a spell.
Okay. You hear someone
It's a
above in the
warlock ability.
rafters try to counterspell it, and you hear all of the little tiny noises and of the bats and the whispers all fall still, dangerously so. But you catch
And
the
Fetch
shoe.
just very happily just walks over and picks up the shoe and comes back over and drops it in front of the Rat King.
Dr. Ed Fisher, Lord Chamberlain Rochester, and Fetch. It's at this time you notice
Point.
the jester, the monkey, is nowhere to be seen, does not appear. You didn't change anything. It's the first deviation you've seen in the loops. You don't even know where he is.
Where did he come from last time?
He
From,
came
like,
from
just
the
ceiling?
rafters. He came
Yeah,
from
he
the
just
rafters
came-
and crawled down and hung on the gibbet.
Okay, so we didn't see him enter the room. He just was up there when we last interacted with him.
Did I get inspo again? I did get inspo again.
Y'all, please,
Bad chat. Bad chat.
please.
Keep doing it.
I feel like, okay, my brain feels like it's like this close to like connecting dots, and it's not quite there, and it's driving me bonkers. I'm so close.
I've been slow cooking this one shot for like 8 months. I've had this one on the pot for a while.
Wait, no, was that Seamus? That was Seamus's
Thank you,
inspo.
Seamus. Appreciate you.
The dice gods really just no. Okay. Sorry, we were
I put
in
this
the
shirt
middle
on.
of this thing.
I put on this shirt today because I was feeling particularly
Yup.
hateful.
So I don't like when you're happy, Fifth.
Hail Hydrate. Thank you, Taylor.
Yes.
Hell, hydrate. I don't have water. I'm gonna run and grab a ginger ale.
I got D&D on my cup.
Nice. I've got the Panera Bread raspberry drink. It's
That sounds
amazing.
delicious.
It's got a little bit of caffeine in it too, which
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So does the king go through the whole gesturing to summon the jester monkey, or does that whole interaction as a collective not happen?
it does not happen because the king is aware that the jester is not there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Monkey space time.
No monkey.
Monkey space time. Space time monkey. What are you plotting?
Oh.
It's an elder god.
I got a banana.
You can see he's in the kitchen eating a banana.
Cool.
Lord Chamberlain's gonna do a shot in the dark and look at the rat, telepathically ask, "How many times have I seen you today?"
It bounces off his mind. He is protected from such magics.
It's not magic. It's just a speech. It's just a...
Any kind of infiltration into his
Oh,
into
okay.
his mind is blocked.
One of them beguiling things.
Yeah, one of them mind shields.
Just switches to the owl.
Yeah.
How many times have I seen you today?
Who, me?
Yes. Just shot in the dark, trying to see. Who?
I do not believe we have met before.
Curious. Leaves brain. Putting a little bit of fear.
Leaves brain. I lick.
I lick.
Okay, shut up.
Sorry.
Every time. Every time.
I'm just like,
You can ask nicely.
Hey, don't be mad about this. This is the one time you get to be rude to us, Jeff.
Mira says hi.
Die.
Lapis is perched right now.
You scurry, and because you're doing it
Okay.
earlier, and once you get into the hallway, there doesn't seem to be any need for stealth at this time, but you can continue stealthing if you choose. The
I mean,
library.
I'm invisible, so.
Sure thing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The library is open. There is one guard and a librarian that's in the library. The librarian is kind of just writing something. The guard looks bored. The chapel is still empty.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the chapel and I'm gonna get the amulet thing.
You got it.
Cool. I am going to try and make my way back to the kitchens.
Okay. I'll have you roll stealth again.
Okay. Flat roll because I'm invisible?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
10 plus 3, 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. A servant or two looks around, kind of like catching a vibe, but they don't say anything. They seem pretty defeated and gaunt. And as you're going, shut up. You see one servant in that hallway. She's got this tray, and there's some linens on it. And suddenly she just slumps against the wall and seems to disassociate a bit before going and then and wipes some blood. Oh God. And then quickly starts picking up the linens from the tray she spilled and looks around nervously and tries to stop it, and you see a single tear, and then she keeps walking. You know, as if her subconscious is aware of something horribly wrong, but she herself is just thinks that she's under great strain.
Okay, great. That sucks. Okay.
Puff, sorry, shut up. You make your way across 13 and everything else. You think you're good, and you make your way to the kitchen.
I'm gonna jump down the hole.
Puff, you
I
jump
cast
down. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Feather fall on myself so that I don't.
Sure thing. Puff, you get down there. You are you deviating at all from what you've done before?
Lands graciously on the slop. I'm Puff.
You know.
No, Numak, shh.
How do you know my name?
Here to save you.
What?
We're best buds in another life. I got you.
and then
dreaming.
I've
finally gone fucking mad.
No, you haven't. And to prove it, and he just like uncheeked holds out the entire loaf of bread. This is for you. I know you want this. You can have all of it. There's a snake coming. We need to hurry. I'm from the past, future. Time's relative. It's like a waterfall.
Are you a celestial? Did the dove send you? And he takes the bread. Again,
Many
with the
people
tears.
revere me as a god in my hometown, but no. I fought off a
New
flock
deep
of
lore
crows.
unlocked.
I fought off a flock of crows because I made a heron crow. Or a Scarangon. Kept eating our carrots. We're gonna go. I need you to keep an eye out for that fucking snake.
Yeah, I've gone crazy, but he definitely looks for the snake. He's coming.
Back into the refuse.
Curls up on the ground again. And at that time, boom, shut up.
Shut up, get it out of here.
I quickly hide as well.
Did you say something, Newmark? No, I'm sorry. Same thing happens again. All new to shut up.
And there's
Snake
peek
slithers
back out.
away. Yeah.
Peek back out. Like a little, not even his whole face, just the dirtiest little paw with thumbs up. Good? Are we good?
And then next to it, two wings with the medallion thing come out.
His eyes. And he begins praying in Celestial. And he takes the talisman, a small, hey, what's up, Red? A small, white alabaster dove, just on a necklace, and he takes it. He puts it on. And he casts greater restoration upon the two of you. You are no longer exhausted.
I paw bump, shut up, swing.
Yes.
We crawl out of the refuse. Okay, it's good. Shut up.
Okay, it's good.
Okay.
Shut up can walk through the bars.
That's fair. Question. So we're gonna get out of here. Shut up. Do you know how to open locks quietly? Because last time I did this, it did not go well. We got chased.
Wish I was there to help.
Can I look at the lock at all and see if it's a magical lock or if it's just
It's just a sturdy lock.
Can I
a sturdy lock?
Can I do an inspection check to see if they're pin barrel hinges, and I can just fucking William just pop the lock with the right leverage.
Bootstraps.
Proper leverage.
Otherwise, I'll can I crap. I'm gonna look at Puff, and I'm gonna be try and mimic snake sound and shrug and look both ways.
The snake didn't come back until I rammed the door. And then it started. Wait, I have a crowbar.
Hail hydrate. Oh, I mean, you still get, it's a strength check all the same.
Okay.
I'll help.
Okay, add advantage. Look at that. Advantage. How good
Straight
does that feel?
roll. Yeah. No,
actual
it's not.
advantage.
It's not an actual advantage. It's just straight. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not exhausted.
If you roll a 20 or higher, I will say that there is no noise made. No loud noise made.
I don't even need to roll again. It's a 17 plus 3, baby.
Woo!
Let's go. Okay.
Dirty 20. Let's go.
You ping, and you catch the lock as it goes to fall.
Now again, not again. You don't remember this. Time keeps looping. You don't know why. Newmark. Something, I don't know if it has to do with you, but you're in another life. We were cool. We were chums. We were breaking out.
I
Prison break.
am so down, you strange rabbit.
I'm a bunny. We'll talk about that later.
My bad. Thank you, parrot.
All right. That's their name. It's cool. It's cool.
That's their name.
Cool. Level-headed. That's their name. It's weird.
All right.
We'll again talk about it later.
Okay.
Shut up. Is there any way that you can give us, for lack of a better term, an advantage on stealthing out of here? I don't know what actions or abilities you have. You are a very mystical bird.
Strange burb, full of power.
I am just a bunny with
It
two
looks
swords.
like the branch is like in her
Yeah.
mouth.
I'm gonna
That's about it.
cast greater invisibility on Newmark.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm okay
Yeah.
with this. All right, everybody. Wait, I've totally forgot that technically Shut Up would still be invisible. So it would have been a floating amulet.
Oh yeah.
Switched over.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Now
So
he's
yeah, it's
invisible.
just at that point, we're like, we're just gonna, I'm gonna just sneak out of here. Can I recall? I don't care if I have to do a history check for this. What was when I turned right? Because we turned right, we were running.
You turned right and you could see another hallway, and eventually there was a spiral staircase going upwards.
Okay, that seems like where we want to go. We definitely don't want to be any further deeper into the Earth's crust.
Yeah. Hauling furtive ass towards the spiral staircase. You guys begin going up the spiral staircase and find yourself in a small room. It looks like an ice chamber of some kind. You can see various little holes with trapdoors on them, and opening them up, you can see that it's just a collection of ice. It's a very cool room. And there is a door.
Can I do a perception check? Go ahead.
While he's doing perception check, I'm gonna do detect magic. Or no, that's concentration. I take it back. I don't do detect magic. I will just help him with his perception check.
Oh, thank God, because I got an 11. Well, actually, no, it would have been a 4.
Okay.
No, wait. Perception, yeah, it would have been a 15. So, with help, it is a... We're going to go with a 15.
To be honest, guys, it's just a nice chest room. I don't have nothing special in here.
Okay.
Okay, we go to the door.
Yeah, go to the door.
You go to the door.
I
and
break
it's-
off some ice for
and
later.
and you're in the hallway that you traveled. Shut up.
Oh,
but
are we
it-
close to the library?
Yes, but as you open it up, you realize that this was a wall, that kind of a false
Secret
wall.
tunnel.
Yeah, it's like a fake wall leading to a door to the prisons from here. So you look, and you do see a guard walking, but he's not looking at you right now.
Okay. Shut up. I don't know where we are. How do we get out?
This hallway attaches to the chapel, the library, and the Great Hall, which would lead to the rest of the party.
Newmark, do you want to leave? Is there a specific place in the castle you want to go?
Everything in me.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
shut up. I have an idea. What if we get him to the threshold? We stay. We don't leave the threshold. We just have him pass the threshold.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time we leave, apparently we can't. But let's let Newmark leave in all of his invisibility, and maybe bring some cavalry back. I don't know. What do you think? I'm confused. Just like staring at the bird, like, yes, no.
Looks at where she thinks Newmark is dismissed.
Okay, Newmark,
Yes.
I need you to find you know this castle well, correct?
Yes.
Find your way out. Is that cool? Do you think you could do that on your way?
Yes.
Do you want me to
anything
come
I
with
can do
you?
to help? I would not. If there was anything I could do,
Do you know anything about time magic?
Dunamancy? No, I'm afraid not.
Bless you.
Oh. Yes. First of all, thank you. And
I'm not
he
religious, but that's
casts bless.
Limit the magic that emits light. That might be a good idea.
Right,
I'm already
sorry.
white enough. I don't need to be glowing.
Shut Up is just kind of like dancing around because she really wants to like get to the library, but she wants Newmark to go.
I'll go.
Miss-
I'll go if you think that's what's best.
Mist,
But I would
Miss-
not abandon you. He's okay.
Yes. So you sneak out of the castle, out of the keep. Get as far away from here as you possibly can. If you know people, go find those people, settle down, have a family, whatever you need to do. Just not here. Good.
He's gonna. You watch Shut Up as
And see what he's doing.
you watch as Puff is scooped up by invisible arms and given a big hug.
He would disappear for a second there.
Yeah, he disappears for a second, and then he's put back down, and then he's ruffled, and then you hear the padding of bare feet into the hallway.
Onward, my wonderful bird friend.
Okay, let's cut over to Dr. Eb Fisher, Fetch, and Lord Chamberlain Rochester.
So while we're this round, we were just handing off the stuff. We're still in the throne room with the king. Earlier, Eb remembered that the keep wasn't always a keep.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything she's observed in the reiterations of being in here that may indicate what it was?
You've spent some time here, but you've only spent time within the Great Hall and the throne room. But what you have determined is that this clearly used to be a monastery of some kind, maybe a library. But you don't know the actual history without asking around a bit.
Go over the druids.
That's yep. So are we just gonna like go to our room like we were going to before? Is that what we're doing?
As you guys are walking out of the throne room.
Well, hang on, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fetch. I'm sorry.
Is he gonna play Fetch with Fetch?
Sorry, you brought. My apologies.
It was so sad.
I'm so sorry.
So sad.
Genuine.
I'm summoned a
heartbreak.
tentacle for this.
You bring the shoe back to him, and he gleefully takes it and hurls it as hard as he can. And you hear a pop in his shoulder, and he goes. "Ah!" And the owl, as Fetch as I assume you charge after it.
Yeah.
The owl goes, "My lord, are you well?" "I'm fine.
I may have dislocated my shoulder."
Would you like me to pop it back for you?
No. I shall simply summon the Arcanist.
And the owlin goes, "At once, my lord." And you see him walk up the stairs and disappear into the small side door.
Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See what?
You bring it back and you kind of...
I'm tired of your games. Be gone, dog.
I feel awful.
Does casting Charm Person work?
Are you sure you want to do that?
It's a dog. What? I want to play Fetch.
Oh god.
It's safe to say that you would know through Lord Chamberlain Rochester that it wouldn't work.
Then I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't lie, you don't feel. Oh, awful. I was like, I feel.
We got posture checks and hail hydrates.
Ah, thank you.
Back's fucked, okay? My posture's off.
Ebb.
Mhm.
You're a druid. What other caster types do we have? We have Shut Up, who is a sorcerer, correct? And Fetcher, a warlock?
I am.
Okay,
Well,
I have
my
warlock as
patron
well.
certainly is.
sure.
A little bit of
The
warlock.
three of you notice
The three of who?
the three casters in the group.
They're-
Sorry, Lord Chamberlain
I thought they-
Rockcaster, what are you? You're a paladin.
Warlock.
Warlock, okay, everyone but Puff.
Okay. I was like, there's 4 of us. You pick
Everyone but Puff.
which ones?
And contrary to the popular Puff the Magic Bunny, I have no magic.
That's
Everyone
actually my
but Puff,
cousin.
who has gone through this loop a couple of times, is starting to get the hang of this sensation and is starting to feel ghostly cold raindrops just barely beyond your perception. There is not a ton of time left, but there is still some. The Owlin returns. I have brought the Arcanist. I am quite busy, my lord. I wish you would have... And in walks a elegant peacock. I wish you... and then he sees the dislocated shoulder. My lord. And he quickly lowers himself down the stairs.
Does he also look like he's being affected by the time?
Yeah, I would like to know that
That's
too.
a great question. Yes. Yes, he does.
A fucking monkey.
And he comes down and goes, my lord, you must be more careful. Yes, I know. Simply fix it. Just licking all the animals clean. Ash. And he administers to him with arcane magics. And you watch it. The shoulder clicks back into place. Back to work, ELA. Yes, sire. And looks and you watch as his gaze briefly and dismissively scans you before you note Fish with your passive perception of 22. He eagerly remembers what he was up to and quickly ascends the stairs, closes the door behind him, locks it.
While that interaction is happening, if I can, if not, no worries, I'm gonna like eye contact with Lord Chamberlain Rochester and Fetch, and then attempt to Misty Step behind them to book it up the stairs.
Counterspell.
Frick. I forgot about that. Well,
Silence. The already tense silence that the bats above held when Fetch successfully summoned a tentacle without their leave. You hear and Maelor glides down and perches upon the throne. This tall bat, she kind of looms and kind of like a vampire, showing off the tattooed inlay of the webbing of her bat wings, and you can see all the piercings and the tattoos, arcane and cultish, around the skull, around her scalp. Kind of looks at you and goes, "What are your intentions, child of the sea?" And you hear other bats slowly unfurling their wings. The King's Guard slowly becoming more attentive and kind of stepping forward to more closely guard their king.
Is there much room to run past them to the stairs?
Potentially.
Or are they like physically blocking it?
Not physically blocking it, more interested in staying close to their king.
Okay, so
Telepathically, how many spells do you think we can waste to get all the counter spells out to get you up there?
I'm gonna try something. We're
are you
gonna
gonna
try
try?
something. I'm gonna try it. This is like the telepathically trying to tell Lord Chamberlain.
When my hand's
We're
up
not-
here, it's
I'm
brain
not-
talk.
I'm not saying this out loud.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt a 6th level Wither and Bloom on all of them since they're within 10 feet of each other and yeet myself up the stairs.
Would they counterspell that?
They'd have to roll for it because it's 6th level.
What if I cast Moonbeam on them? Get a couple of counterspells out of the way.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have as much time to run because there's gonna be more people in here.
Poor Fetch.
And also Ghost Rain.
Ghost
Can I
Rain,
hear,
you're right.
can I
just
hear
go.
this conversation?
Okay.
Yeah, we're all
okay.
telepathically talking.
Yeah,
You're
just
good.
okay.
We're all in
George,
this.
what were you
Well,
gonna say?
they have to be able to see us to cast counterspell.
You gonna go invisible, buddy?
What does that mean?
You gonna go invisible, buddy? You gonna
Maybe
make us
not.
darkness?
Maybe not this time, but we might be able to plan something for next round.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop on this and just go for it
Go.
because I don't want to waste too much time. 6th
Yeah.
level Wither and Bloom on all of them in that radius.
Okay.
So the Spy Master, the King, the Owl, and the Arcanist. Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
The Arcanist looks unimpressed as one of the 3 magic users of the bats casts counterspell from above and is going to roll. What do they have to make?
I don't know how that works for
Okay.
counterspell.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
So 16.
16? Okay, that's an 18 plus. So it gets counterspelled. You hear the bat goes, "How dare you!" The owl looks confused. And he goes, "Wait, this doesn't make any sense." And then the Rat King goes, "Take them! Seize them! Break them!" And immediately all the bats begin swirling above you, and all of the guards begin rushing forward, pulling out their
Cast
beads.
Moonbeam on the big bitch.
I'm
Level.
What level?
Second.
One of the other.
Con
one of the-
17.
17? Okay, one of the other mages tries to counterspell it. Fails. An
Let's go.
almighty moonbeam on the person. The king writhes and screeches and whines. The Owlin tries to face check it with regality. The Arcanist is in awe. And some of the guards get caught up as well, and some of the bats. But interestingly, Moonbeam reveals things, if you didn't know.
shit.
Yep.
And in this case, you see the strange otherness just above just above the throne, just before the bat. None of them knew it was there, and the bat recoils at suddenly something is before them, and it looks furious.
Oh, good.
A fucking monkey.
It is just a huge 10-foot by 10-foot face, and it looks livid. We're gonna jump real quick over to Puff and Shut Up.
Okay. Can Shut Up as kind of studying by reading over the shoulder of the wizard who thinks I'm on this one, but actually I'm on this one. Can I assume that these books are the phylacteries of a lich?
Pointedly, it's not a phylactery. Because of what you know, it is similar to the energy of that of a lich, but this is something different. This is something, for lack of a better word, homebrew. Roll an Arcana for me.
Okay.
How high are these books up?
I'm gonna give myself advantage on that with the
15 feet, but there's a ladder.
Okay.
I'll give myself advantage on that with Kenku Recall.
You let me know if you need me to jump up and start reorganizing books. I ain't never read one, but I got this.
It's an 8. I was gonna run up and cast it. Like if I didn't think they were phylacteries, I was gonna run up and I was gonna cast just Mage Hand, and I was gonna put them in the correct order as fast as we could because of the Ghost Raid.
You Mage Hand and begin moving them as fast as possible, jumping back over to Dr. Ebb Fisher, Lord Chamberlain, and fetch the.
Wait, I'm gonna prepare a reaction for anything that happens.
Yeah. You watch the face lurch and look towards the direction of what us players would know as the library and go, not so. And even as the wraith like fire begins sprouting about it, it doesn't seem to care. Even the owlin beginning to recoil under the pain of the moonbeam. You begin quickly trying to maneuver the books and move them about and rearrange them accordingly.
Well, and if Puff wants to help, maybe we can do it faster.
Okay, so let's get a sleight of hand, either from both of you or one of you at advantage.
I have +2 to sleight of hand. What do you got?
I have +3 to sleight of hand.
You got it.
Okay.
Go, my little bird friend.
But if
That's
you,
not Puff's voice.
but if you do it, I can bend your luck. So why don't you do it?
All right.
And I'll bend your luck.
Well, that is. Thank God we have advantage because that was a 2. And that 14 plus 2 is
+3.
12. Oh, +3, so that'd be 15.
15. You begin putting them as fast as possible into the correct order, and you finish. And then you realize 2 of them aren't correct, and you begin switching them, and you feel the rain falling and getting colder, except you, Puff, you suck.
Wait, I use a luck point.
Luck points!
Okay.
Wait, can I twinning spell Mage Hand? Can I get another Mage Hand in there?
No, I don't believe so.
If I still get that +3, it's
Can
a
I click
dirty
into
20.
Did we do it?
The last book slides into place, and all of the pages begin glowing. Puff, you watch as the scroll work, now in its proper form, begins lining up, and light begins flowing through it, almost like electricity. It's at this point the heckin' librarian goes, "Ha!"
Down, you old man! Get down!
He gets down, and you watch as the other half of the party watches as it goes, "No!" and then gone.
Let's backtrack.
You feel
all
the
me and
cold-
Shut Up see is the crazy library, and then it stops. Okay.
Everyone who was feeling the cold water dissipates.
I dispel Moonbeam.
The rain actually breaks. The skies turn blue. And sorry. You guys did it.
My heart is fucking racing.
And all of the books line up and they turn blue, and all the light seems to be functioning accordingly. And this being suddenly manifests, a projection from the books, as this same entity appears before you and says, "The cloud has lifted. My friends, thank you."
Shut up.
And then slowly it begins fading. Your bodies return to its wholesome forms. Suddenly everyone seems aware of what has been happening to them. People begin crying tears of joy. The guards that came with you guys and were not allowed to enter charge in. And the king, after a few seconds, he begins looking at himself.
I don't understand. What have you done? What have you done?
I think we killed it. Not really sure what it is, but I think it's dead now.
We fixed you. You're welcome.
The Owlin steps forward. The Arcanist bolts and casts gate and disappears.
I want to chase after him.
You
I am
go
too.
right after him into the portal, as just narrowly making it as it closes up behind him.
Does only he make it? Because I
Fetch!
also would like to
If
run
you would
after
like
it.
to, if you would like to bolt,
Yeah. Yes.
okay, the two of you through the gate and close.
Okay.
Cast otherworldly jump on myself so I can jump 3 times my distance.
Like a bat out of hell.
Rock just by himself, just
The
You're the Rat King now.
the Owlin says.
Oh, hail the Lizard King!
I'm
The
the
Owlin
fucking
says,
lizard king.
I do believe we owe you a great debt. Please, and after conferring with the king and getting his blessing, he hands the 10,000 platinum back. Return this to the Alliance. This will be a lasting peace. You have shown that there are people of virtue still alive in this world, and things are not black and white and numbers and cold metal alone. And the king's like,
Yes. Heroes, you shall be lauded.
and he's like rubbing his shoulder and looking around. The bats are all very shunted and closed off and looking and unsure, and the king seems unsure. The Owlin kind of taking the initiative and still acting within the parameters of what his king allows him to do, bestows upon the party lands within the no man's land, and lasting peace reigns. Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do before we close out? Puff.
Puff went off her lands like, I just want bread.
You can
The
make
whole
bread on
reason
these
I
lands.
came here. I know. It's too much work. It's too much work.
All of your lands
Give
are
me
just farmlands.
I asked for this. I don't know if you remember. In another life, I asked for all of the bread.
What if the land has a baker on it?
Again, I have
You
to
are
wait for that.
given an estate and a daily stipend of
Of
bread.
Solid.
A cart a day.
It's a little light, but it's fine. It'll do.
I have fought in the war.
Shut up is gonna
Hang on, shut
No,
up.
no. You go first.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, Lexi, finish what you were saying, please.
It was gonna be a stupid monologue. It's okay.
I want to
Do
hear
it.
it.
Do it. I want to hear the monologue.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. Go.
Fought in the war. I killed many. I've forgotten the reason I had even joined the war. I just remember wanting blood. And now I just weirdly want bread. It just looks at Bob.
We're gonna get you some bread.
Yes.
Just like,
Where's that bellboy?
Seeking therapy.
therapy.
Shut up. What were you saying?
So Shut Up doesn't even like leave the library to know that we've gotten a reward. She's going through and she's looking at every single spine of every single book, and with her Kenku recall is noting every single one that her wizard that she annoys the heck out of doesn't have.
Okay.
And she's pulling every single one that he doesn't have out, and then is going to look for like a bag of holding and put all the books in, and is just going to
Nice.
return it as a gift to the wizard.
Through your journeys, you learned that long ago there was a monastery here, and a wizard who had good intentions. Saw lichdom and knew how wizards wanted to become immortal without giving up certain things, feed on souls. All of that was awful, and so he found a way to transcribe his consciousness into a set of books. And while he himself, turns out, did die, a copy of himself survived. And when the earthquakes came, the books fell off the shelves and were hastily put back on the shelves in the wrong order. And so this copy became twisted and evil and vile and began coercing, with the help of the jester, to get the court wizard to finish this dunamantic spell, and in so doing, like a lich, would feast off the souls for ongoing, just constant buffet of ongoing refreshing souls, and was gluttoning himself upon it. And it was slowly killing everyone. And yeah, that was kind of the premise for this idea, in that it was just this ongoing loop that the party had to interrupt the Arcanist from finishing, slash get the books in the right order. You did it! Good job, guys!
We did it!
What happened to
Wild.
what happened to my boy Newmark? Did he
Newmark-
settle down and have a
Newmark
family?
goes on to live a happy life and settles down and
Good.
has a new appreciation for bread.
Invite him to every cart meeting for bread.
Aw, I think it's safe to say that he moves in with you in your estates, and
Fetch and
settles
Arches.
down as a teacher, more than a practitioner, for other clerics of the Dove to go out in the world and spread the good word.
Fetch and I are just hunting the Arcanist now, I guess.
Yeah, you guys go to Limbo and have to contend with the monkey.
Well, it's a
And
good thing I can breathe in any environment.
and that is
Fight me, monkey!
probably a much harder encounter than what we dealt with today, because Limbo is like, a sea of diamonds is now blood, is now screaming people, is now rocks, is now trees. You know, Limbo is terrifying. Feel free to look that up on YouTube later, how Limbo is just absolutely off its nut, as a plane of existence.
Good.
Um,
That'll be a one shot for another day.
Yeah, there you go.
Rock is just
fish
gonna leave,
egg.
dragging his sword, sparks flying, trying to find why he even started war in the first place. Just no brain,
You were
no
born
thoughts.
in it, molded
Molded
by
by-
No brain, no thoughts, just constant eye licking.
Just eye licking and violence.
Oh man, I can't believe we did that in relatively the allotted time of.
Same amount of time, roughly.
Yeah,
I think that's
wow.
the shortest one shot you've run on here for like a hot minute.
I thought, chat, I was like, guys, I got a weird idea that I've been slow cooking for a while, and I'm not sure if this is gonna like get solved immediately or we're gonna go way over, but there's no shot we're doing it in the allotted 3 hours. I don't know what's gonna happen. And
It
they
was-
were like, we ball.
It was
And I was like, all right.
It was pure luck because shut up without shut ups +3, I only have +2, and it would not have failed. It would have failed the DC. 'cause
We
I
would
would've
have
had 19.
reset and looped. We would have reset and looped.
That's why I was like, do I get to keep the 13 with the luck or the 3 with the luck point? Because if not, here we go again.
I still can't believe that we did that in like what, only 3 loop rounds
yeah,
total?
Yeah.
yeah, bonkers.
It was awesome.
That
With
was
11
awesome.
with 11 rooms to search through, and we just happened to go into like the correct ones and see the correct things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Shout
yeah.
shout out to Shut Up for finding that room because I was very hell bent on Newmark being the answer.
Thank God for detect magic. Goodness gracious.
All right, well,
Play and
let's,
fetch. That was my answer.
let's do these outros, guys. I'm Sir Pfeffers. Thank you so much for being here. Tune in on Thursday for Windfall, Saturday for Void Scourge in Space, our
In
usual
space.
campaigns, and hopefully next Tuesday we can return to the regular allotted Terraform campaign. And please, if you're interested in vibing with us, we like you guys. We want to hang out with you guys. Come join the Discord. We are as chaotic as we are wholesome, and I'm not understating it. We are wildly chaotic. Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming, and thank you for the raid, Mike. I almost called you Puff. Appreciate you.
Go
and
with
your
either one of those.
support, friendo. Everyone, these episodes as well as the regular 3 campaigns are uploaded on the Jake and Pfeffers YouTube channel, and as well as the 2 summer series we had going. So we've got 5 weekly uploads of 5 different campaigns on the YouTube. You like D&D? We got you. We got your fix. You're jonesing. We got content.
No peer
Gobble
pressure,
it.
just do it.
Stick around for a raid, but we are going to do these outros. Again, I am Sir Pfeffers. Thank you so much for being here. What's up with me? I just got back from Heinefall, which was amazing. Big shout out to Taylor for running a 5-day LARP where like 300 people showed up, and I got to beat people up with a glaive, and it was dope. That's it for me. Let me throw it to Fish.
Heyo, I'm an artsy fish. I sing and I draw and I play games all over the interwebs. You can find me at all the places. There's the link tree in the chat. What else? This was so much fun. Dr. Ab Fisher is one of my favorite characters to play because she's basically me as a fish, which if you haven't yet got is kind of half my personality. So this is so much fun. 10 of 10. Lexi.
Hello, I'm Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex, Smallbird Art. I do commissions. I do D&D with my nerd friends. I do random content on the interwebs. Go check me out. I'll
Come
be
watch her
here
in
on
Offbeat on
Saturday.
Saturdays. Yeah.
And come watch me in Offbeat on Saturdays to watch Void Scourge. Level 20 in space. Like, come on.
Level 20 campaign.
This character was out of my comfort zone because like wasn't too wild and ridiculous, a little more violent and creepy, and where it wasn't as unhinged as I am. So it felt like weird, but it was fun still. And
yeah.
I definitely want to bring back Rock. I'm gonna throw it over to George.
Yeah, hi, I'm Good Grief George. You can follow me on all the things. I'm normally here on Tuesdays as pod. So, you know, keep on watching us for that. I also do a lot of offline stuff. I travel the United States doing my work. So check out my Instagram. I post a lot of things of where I am, and I do a lot of offline gaming with the jamming Avatar Legends, which is based off of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Root, which is a fun little. It's almost kind of like this, actually. Root is entirely based. You all get to play little woodland creatures and do things. So
That's cool.
Imagine this, but in a 2d6 system. It's pretty neat. So yeah, and today was a lot of fun. I bought a thing, or I gifted a dice tray, and it came with a little wooden like Corgi Warlock.
Oh.
So I've always wanted to play a Corgi Warlock, and so I did it today. And there we go.
That's
So
best boy.
yeah. Thank you for that name, by the way, Mike. That was a good name. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you guys next week.
And Mike, have you gone?
No. Hi, I'm Puff. I'm Metro Mike on TikTok and Metro_Michael on Twitch. Which I thank you for anybody from my community that participated in the raid. Make sure to check out Fefs and all of these lovely people's content. And yeah. I just do stuff. Don't look at my TikTok.
It's
There's
too
trash.
sexy.
Yes, there's trash. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
And throwing it over to Taylor.
Hey everyone, I'm Taylor Ann Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor Ann Tracy. I played Shut Up, the Kenku sorcerer. That was so much fun. My main job is definitely starting to switch over to GMing Heinefall full time. We're now starting to plan to play our events 5 times a year versus the 1 times a year where we were originally, because it went so well. And I'm working my way towards starting my own LARPing company. So if you are ever interested in hitting each other with foam swords and getting to play D&D in real life and going on crazy wacky adventures, definitely check out my pages. There will be lots of updates coming soon on all the craziness that I have in the works. Throwing it back to our amazing DM, Sir Fefkers, to finish us off.
All right, very good. We're gonna go kick it with Dice Cream Sandwich. Everyone pile into this raid, and friendos, have a phenomenal rest of your evening. Everyone obnoxiously spam goodbyes. Bye. And we have raided